go.
Huzzah!
Let's go. We're only 2 minutes late. I'm sorry. I don't like being late. That stinks.
I'm still so sad that I missed y'all's conversation about magic last episode. Because Irda mentioned something about Alcott being naturally talented at what he does, and he would argue that that is not the case, because that is not how wizards
What?
work.
I know I said that it was.
I mean, certainly he has a natural knack for reading and enjoying those
Let's
things.
see. What's his intelligence score?
20.
Okay, so he has a natural knack for magic.
Of course, but that doesn't necessarily come from birth. He's built that intelligence
She
up
did
as well.
make the point that we get our magic through different means,
No,
but it's all magic.
Of course.
Right.
That was the main point of it.
No, I think that Alcott would say that he has a very good mixture of being naturally gifted and working hard.
Well,
Looks like all the mics look good. Testing.
And with all the strange occurrences with the Finch and everything tied to your family's
Well,
story.
that's a different thing that Alcott doesn't even know anything about. Of course, he thought that was a myth till he saw it show up on a piece of paper, a god-handed
I'm
page.
just saying.
And then he was like, wait.
I'm just saying, there seems to be more to Alcott than meets the eye.
He just thought his dad and his grandpa were a little weird for thinking that that was real. No, okay, maybe it's actually a thing. It's funny because Alcott was just raised on the idea that, like, all of these things, magic is real, great, but, like, gods, that's all right. Myths about family, finches, all right, whatever, but, like, it's all real.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what makes Alcott the foil to Markov. He's so irreverent and indifferent to gods up until very recently.
And even then, he's still working through
And so
that.
many who come in, of late would presume that perhaps Markov is the more villainous of the two, but Markov is more faithful to his worship of Amade, and this is the one who questions the even existence and nature of gods.
Yeah.
Now, you could have maybe a bit more strict faith in Iomade than probably you require to get your job done.
Well, I didn't take the paladin vows. That require things like valor.
And see, that could be a backstory-related thing that maybe, I think, from what I've gleamed, you were kind of forced into this life rather than
Hello,
choosing
Amanda.
it.
Yes, accurate.
Accurate. So good to see you on today, Amanda. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your messages. Hello, Scott. Good to see you as well.
Hello.
Thank you so much for popping in with us.
I
knew John would wear a hat today, and I didn't want him to be the only one wearing a hat.
I should have brought mine.
No, we don't need to be on stream. They know what we look like.
The ceiling looks so good. All right.
I mean, I like the ceiling.
Room.
There we go. Perfect. Got you guys and you guys.
Yes, it is an ominous title.
Yep.
Yeah, I modified it. I always do that like at the last minute. No, that title's better.
Time.
Keep changing titles on me.
I know, sorry. I told you time is running out, and I changed to time runs out. Much more ominous.
It's the nature of a stream
Patrick,
run
good
by
to see you,
humans.
sir. Thank you so much.
Dang it! Why aren't we robots?
Aren't we robots?
Hey, Mike.
Robots.
Oh, Mike, my friend. I'm glad I was able to communicate with you a little bit over the last couple of days, but those Pale Lord minis are amazing. In fact, I'll bring one down and show it at break.
I want to see.
They are wicked cool, and that's going to be a big theme for us on Monday night. All right.
Speaking of minis, did you guys see that Pat Draws made Hero Forge minis of all of the Monster of the Week characters?
I did.
He's currently working on putting his character out.
I did. Pat's awesome.
And
He's
Hom's
so
amazing
engaged.
art of everybody. It's so good.
Has she made everybody thus far? I thought that she only made Dakota.
She made Raven,
Yeah,
Dakota,
and
Rodrigo,
but
and
she did an Adrian one, but then she redacted it because she's working on changing it to better fit Pat's version
and
of the
then she
character.
hasn't.
And she hasn't made Mary yet.
But she's done almost everyone so
I'm
far.
interested what that'll be because Mary is
a
very
unique character.
Well, all the other ones look like very serious.
Yeah,
looking.
she'll just be like,
yeah.
I love them though. They look so good.
doing very good, Fraley.
All right, yes. Thank you so much, Patrick. All right, so here we go. Let's kick it over live. We'll do sponsors, I think, at the break today, just so we can jump into the gaming. And we've got a lot of pre-gaming to do. We're going to walk through several topics today. We've got a brand new class or spell set. We talked about the Sea Mage last week. We're going to talk through that and a couple of other announcements. But before we get started, to say thank you so much for joining us. We know that here at Blue Box, we have not been as consistent with our streaming over the past several weeks, and we will only blame it, as I said in my Discord, on that incredible beast known as real life. It is a fiend of the most nefarious nature.
We shall slay it one day.
Can strike you from any direction, but we will vanquish said beast. And so we're happy to be with you today. We got a good week planned. We got the Tuesday night stream. It's going to be Monster of the Week, led by Thomas, and I'll be playing in that, so it'll be fun. And the reason we're doing that is,
it'll only be fun because he's playing.
The reason we're doing it is because one of our players, Terry, has worked with his college efforts with the plays, got technical setup and prep, which he told us about weeks ago. So we're at such a nascent stage in that campaign. We don't want to be playing it with only 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 5 of us in the game. We want everyone there. So I reached out to Thomas, and as he has always been, he leapt into the gap and was willing to stand in the breach and
opportunity
stream here. So that'll be Tuesday. Then Wednesday, what we planned for this last Wednesday was to have the stream with John Demongun talking about Tailspire, the Pale Lord, which I'll show the mini today, but we also have the Pale Lord in Tailspire. There were some issues last minute where some of the textures and the poly counts weren't right and some of the colors, and then one of the other people that was supposed to be with me, who should not be named, canceled last minute that same day. And so I said, let's just bounce it to next week. So that's going to be this Wednesday. We're so excited. Join us. Join us this Wednesday night for that show. And we'll talk about those again in a little bit. Now, hello, everybody. Hello to all of you. So many of you joining. Thank you. It's going to be a fun stream today. We're going to begin starting with the spell book, Thomas, that you found. Alcott.
Huzzah!
Best day ever.
Mana from heaven.
This is a premiere on, I guarantee, again, on any stream. I'm pretty sure I had the first Overgord mini featured on stream. I'm confident I had the first Overgord mini featured on stream in conjunction with Tailspire. I premiered the Ever Mysterious Tim's crit tables on this stream, and today I premiered the Sea Mage spells from the Ever Mysterious Tim. Now I'm going to read them to you because I didn't separate them out. I know how frustrating
I need to know all of them.
All right, you only get these few.
Give me now.
As you examine this strange tome covered with seaweed, you find there are several first-level spells, one of which is called Anchor. Anchor is a touch spell, and I'll give you all this, but you can jot it down here just so you have it for today. It lasts for half a day per level. It affects one ship. It does have a material component, but you know how I run material components, and so we can talk through that. This is not a special one. Casting time is 5 rounds, and there is no saving throw. This spell maintains a position against currents of up to 12 feet per second and supports up to 550 pounds of displacement of the boat per caster level.
Oh, so it just makes a magic anchor.
It's a magic anchor on a boat.
Useful
Next
spell.
one, Bubble Net.
Ooh.
Bubble Net is a range of 100 feet plus 10 feet per level. It has a duration of 1 round per level. It affects 1 target, creature, or object. It's a single round casting time. And Bubble Net causes a targeted underwater creature or object to be wrapped in a magical net of air bubbles that rise to the water's surface. When successfully cast, the bubble net immediately lifts the target toward the surface of the water. The rate of ascent is quick, 120 feet per second. The bubble net equalizes pressure during the ascent, so the creatures decompress without getting the bends.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk more about the bends in a moment. Once the creature reaches the surface, the bubble net matches pressure with the surrounding water and no longer propels the target upward. So it just brings it right to the surface.
To the level.
Maintains the target at the surface during the remainder of the spell's duration.
So it keeps it floating though.
It's not restrictive in any way, so the target is able to swim about as normal, but any attempt to descend would only be pulled back up by the bubble net unless it could exceed the 120 feet per round speed of descent.
Okay, so it can only stay steady. Okay.
Exactly. So it can swim across the surface.
Secondary measure question.
No third-dimensional.
Is there a size limitation on the creature you can cast it on? It just says one creature.
No.
Fantastic.
There is no size limit.
Just in case.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I lied. Cannot weigh more than 100 pounds per caster level.
So, for me, 1,100 pounds.
Correct.
Right now. Okay.
So half a ton.
Not an elder kraken.
No.
But a great white, maybe. All right, dry. First level spell. It's instantaneous duration. Touch, spell. You instantly remove water from any surface, item, and its covering, rendering them dry to the touch. Only affects the surface, not the insides of the target. So you don't, dehydrate something from the inside by casting this. You just.
Wow, that would be really dark.
So I could like dry a whole boat.
There is Find Familiar. Find Familiar is specific in this case to a sea mage. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you for everyone popping in. We're going through a brand new character class here that I got from the ever mysterious Tim, which they vanquished a lower level member of last week, and the spell book has been captured by Alcott.
Very cool.
Thank you for the sub, Pat. Thank you also for
Sea wizard would be
Greg.
so awesome.
Thank you for the resub.
Alcott dice.
Patrick, thank you for the resub. We appreciate all of that. That Find Familiar has a range of 1 mile per level, and you can see all of the creatures associated with it would be aquatic creatures.
So I could get like a squid friend.
So I'll tell you your options. By looking at the book, you can get a dolphin or a porpoise, a sea otter, a great tortoise, or if you were chaotic
great white
evil,
shark.
you could get a great white shark.
Oh,
Those are
that's
big
what I want.
familiars. A great tortoise.
It's small, but it's a good
All right,
one.
next,
Like, it's
quickly,
awesome.
predict weather.
I feel like I can guess
2
what that one
hours
does.
per level. Has an area of effect of 9 miles.
Ooh.
So you can tell around 9 miles. It's a 1-round spell. With 100% accuracy, you can gain knowledge of weather, sky, temperature, participation within a 9-mile square area. For each level of experience you cast it, you get 2 hours of advanced weather that can be forecast. So you can cast and know, several hours in advance.
Oh, neat.
That's cool.
Spider climb.
I already have that spell.
Okay, and you might have a couple others of these as well.
Yes. So
see if
don't even
there's
worry about reading off
anything
Spider-Man.
unique here.
To being a
This-
sea mage.
No, I think this looks pretty
Great.
standard. You also find in the spell book, fireproof. Cast on items within the spell radius. It's a level 2 spell, 5 yards per level. Duration is 1 turn plus 1 turn per level. Area of effect is 10-yard radius plus 5-yard radius per level. Casting time is 2 rounds.
Very unique spells.
The spell is cast on items within the spell radius to protect them from ordinary fires. Only one type of item can be protected, and that type must be named when the spell is cast. So a mast, or sails, or a deck, or a
Oh.
So if the
Make the
spellcaster
ship-
seeks to
parts of the
protect
ship
2 things at
fireproof.
a time, 2 separate fireproof spells must be
Sails
cast.
probably easier.
The spell prevents ignition by normal flames and bestows a saving throw against the effects of magical fire. So in the way I would do this, if someone throws a fireball at the deck, as an example, or hits it with a lightning bolt, and it would have a normal save, thank you so much. Oh, hey, Hob, good to see you. Our latest sponsor. I would grant automatic advantage on anything that had this cast on it.
Neat.
Next, Halicon's Hull Restorer.
Hey!
Halicon's Hull Restorer. This is a 2nd level spell.
I think that's what he was casting.
Probably.
Sorry, we have custom spells here for everybody that's popping in new. Yes, it's called the Sea Mage. That's right, Mike. The Sea Mage is a custom class created by the ever mysterious Tim, being
really does look
sanctioned
awesome.
by our good friend Jay, Lord Gazumba, and now being adopted here at Blue Box because it just fits.
By Alcott Devereaux.
2nd level spell, touch range, duration 1 turn per level, and yes, you're right, I should have done this during the week, but I actually think it's kind of fun that the viewers get to hear this. You can affect 1 vessel. Now, this is a temporary restoration. This spell grants 2d8 plus caster level temporary hit points to a maximum of the vessel's normal hit points. So as it's taking damage...
Oh, so like mid-fight, I can
Exactly. Magical properties of a destroyed vessel are restored for the duration of the spell. So you can also do a temporary restoration, but clearly at 1 turn per level, you're talking, a limited duration here, hour and a half, 2 hours. Next.
Well, not with 1 turn per
Plug
level.
ship.
Plug ship.
Second level spell.
Let's go after that cracker. You could just plug it.
That's not a ship.
50 foot range per level. This is a permanent spell. It creates or blocks a line of up to 6 holes of diameter and up to 2.5 inches at any point along the hull of a boat.
So this is how you would fix that.
Oh, he's staying
And
with
the
me,
holes
folks.
can be up to
Patch it.
7 inches apart, but you can chain them together. Casters of 8th level and above can punch holes in metal. So you can use it both ways. You can punch hole or plug hole
Well,
in
he-
ship.
Oh.
Alcott's gonna become a pirate with me.
So it is punch hole or plug hole in ship. And yes, you have, without even needing to cast, that's what was being done here at the
Yeah.
front of the ship. They were using this spell to repair the hull of the ship. You have Magical Sail, another second level spell. This takes
Magical
10 rounds
sail?
to cast.
We're not going to fly the ship.
Please let us
Stop
fly
getting your
the
hopes
ship.
up.
Please let us fly the
spell.
ship. Please.
That's not going to be a second level spell.
That's not going to be a second level spell. I'm
not a
not saying it
second
doesn't
level.
exist, but it's not a second level spell.
It's a little rowboat.
That sounds kind of.
Oh, hello, Terrence.
Two
A
inches off
dinghy.
the water.
A dinghy.
Do you still have to oar?
That kind of sounds like a 7th, 8th, or 9th level spell.
Yeah,
To
the
get a
short
ship this
mom
big,
shirt, that came from a real game. She
Dingy
tossed it out.
dingy.
Crap.
Crappity crap crap crap.
Is that one of these games?
I say it in the. I said it in a game, so I made this shirt.
Yeah, but was it a Runelords session or was
Yeah.
it when you were
Yeah,
It was,
Yeah.
it was Runelords
I think
pre.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it pre-me?
I think
you
it
said
was.
you said it
No,
before.
what
no,
was he
he was
Before
here.
Travis.
I've said it a few times,
said it a
so
few
I know
times.
I said it with you recently, and I was like, I need to make a shirt. So I was like, here we go.
It's a good shirt.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So Magical Sail casting time is 10 rounds. It spins a magical web of 30 foot by 40 feet into the rigging of a ship, and the sail can support and propel up to 1,000 pounds of ship displacement.
Oh, so I create a sail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neat.
All right. Next, Spectral Sail. This lasts 3 hours per level. Casting time is half a round, so it's a very quick casting time.
How come there's so much for ships? He needs to be with me, right?
Well, you guys killed the sea mage.
I don't know these spells yet. The sea mage.
Oh,
It would have been
he's
maybe
getting-
useful to keep the guy who knew all the spells alive,
Sorry.
but someone
'Cause he
went
has
and
to-
shot him in the
He has
chest
to copy them into his book.
very, very slowly.
Well, no, I allow you to keep multiple spell books. You don't have to copy these into your spell books. You can
Okay.
memorize them from this spell book.
So here's my. Okay, so I can just
You have to
use his spell
memorize
book,
them,
but I
yes.
have to figure out what they mean because he writes
Yes.
them in a different way to how I understand magic, right? Because the way that we ran it with Barl's spell book was I had to copy them from his into mine because he wrote them in a different
What is that?
Well,
language
because
in a
he wrote
different
them
way.
giant.
No, that was very different. Barl Breakbones was a stone giant.
So
And
because
it was
we-
necromantic.
This is you just found a spell book. You can keep multiple spell
This
books.
day keeps getting better for
You
Alcott.
don't, if you want to cast them before you rest, then yeah, you cast them like scrolls.
Yeah, I
and they
would have to
disappear off the
prepare
page.
them.
Right, but if you memorize them, these spells are now available to you.
What up?
you don't know what you've done.
I think he knows exactly what
I
he's
just
done.
played the game. Spectral Sail. With this spell, the Sea Mage creates a shimmering sail of magical energy to take the place of a lost or damaged sail
nice.
and help keep the ship on course. The spectral sail attaches itself to the yard arm the caster indicates and performs precisely like a standard sail.
Cool.
It is made of magical force energy and able to withstand even the most fierce winds.
Ooh. So if the sail gets
Huzzah.
ripped by a very
And then-
hard wind, that can reverse
Just
it.
two more
Put the
second
regular
level
sails
spells.
up during a storm.
And
throw
you can see
these
you're
in.
getting Everything is just coming up, Alcott. Hey, Cameron.
Don't say that yet. My family's gonna die in 5 days.
5 days.
So just 2 more. You see, you're getting toward the end of the spell book.
Level 3s.
We're still in level 2s. You see Swift Vessel.
Okay.
This level 2 spell lasts for 1 hour
Man.
per level. It's a full round casting spell.
I need to keep that mage alive and give him to me.
It affects 1 ship, but it's no longer than 10 feet per level.
Oh yeah, easy.
And you're fine here.
Easy.
I don't know if he wants to be on the sea.
And what
he
you do
likes
with
his
this-
land.
This spell allows you to increase the movement rate of the vessel at 1 nautical mile per hour per caster level for the duration of the spell. So at your level, that's significant. You can push a vessel
11 more miles.
11 more nautical miles
Every
which is,
hour.
That's
Yeah.
that is like you.
That's
you
huge.
Can
It's-
push
yeah.
something rapidly through the water. Last second level spell, Warp Wood.
Almost like we're on a motorboat.
I'm just trying to give him writer's cramp before we start. That was my
Yep.
goal.
Then he can't take notes.
He won't be able to cast any spells. His hand will be so
Oh,
tired.
good. I'm glad you're loving this. Yes. So I'm going to work with Tim. This will be published at some point very soon,
Ah,
but it's
so
being
cool.
play tested here on Blue Box, the very first.
Yes, we shall see.
Warp Wood. Range is 10 feet per level. It is a permanent duration. Casting time is 1 round. It creates it causes a volume of wood to bend, warp, or permanently destroy its straightness, form, and strength.
Oh, it's stone shape, but for wood.
Exactly. It affects. Well, you don't shape it into whatever
No,
you
no, no,
want.
but I
you
can
warp
deform it, yeah.
Exactly. A 15-inch shaft of wood.
Oh, wow.
And up to 1 inch per diameter per level of the caster. So, for example, at first level, the caster is able to warp a hand axe. Or 4 crossbow bolts.
Yeah, so you've mentioned a lot of things that are very
Bolts.
useful outside of just on ships.
Oh yeah,
Which
oh, yeah.
I'm very excited
Well, that's the
for.
whole point, right?
No,
This
I
is a
know.
real
see?
mage. Yes,
that's
exactly.
what being a wizard is using spells in unconventional ways.
Thank you so much, Hagar. Good to see you, my friend. A year of subbing. We so appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Pat, we talked about you earlier. So let's see here. Anything else? Boards or planks can also be affected, causing a door to be sprung or a boat to spring a leak.
Yeah, so if knock doesn't work on a magical door, I can just affect the frame
Depending on the
around it
nature of the
and
magics
pop
on
it
the
out.
door,
Yeah.
but
And
Yes.
this is where we see where Alcott becomes a pirate. My first mate.
I need an
right.
eye patch.
You
I'll
turn
give you one.
to the final
Sully
pages
was
of
your
the book,
first mate.
and you recognize
Oh, he's
these
better.
are more,
Potent.
dare I say, puissant
No,
spells.
I still don't even know what it means.
You just said it. It's the same thing. It's powerful.
I still
in
don't
the
like
book.
the word.
Well, it's funny because I'd be able to tell how powerful they are because each spell takes up a level per page.
Exactly.
So these are 3 pages long.
So you're seeing, like,
Whoa!
you know exactly when you've hit these stronger arcane spells. This one is buoyancy. It has a range of 150 yards with a duration of 1 hour plus 1 turn per level. It affects 1 creature per level. This spell causes the affected creatures to float to the surface of the water as though they were buoyant, even though the most heavily armored knight can be suspended on the surface. Similarly, underwater creatures can be forced to the surface in this way. The spell does not affect creatures more than twice the size of the average man. It affects only living things. Unwilling creatures do get a save to avoid the spell effect.
Neat.
Cause, cure, bends.
Hey.
This is
Wait,
not
you can cause them? Oh,
cause or cure bends.
Oh wait.
that's dark.
It's cause/cure.
Yes.
Yes.
Cause,
Bends?
slash,
I was just gonna write cure
like
bends.
The bends.
The bends.
Nitrogen
Oh.
bubbles in the bloodstream.
It's not
That's
fun.
nasty.
Okay,
Wow,
so
don't do that to me.
now this is a touch effect. So you have to make a touch.
Of course.
Kit.
I'll be carrying
It is
Alcott
for
around.
one
Touch him.
person. A saving throw negates it, but the touch either causes the victim to immediately double over in pain from high-pressure gas bubbles forced into the bloodstream, or it cures the condition of those occurring naturally through diving. Victims do get a save. If failed, they are unable to move for 3 to 30 hours, and those with a lower con have a lesser chance of dying.
Yeah.
So I mean, a chance of dying, actually. If they have a low con, if they have a con below 11, you could kill them with that spell.
Whoa.
All right.
It's a nasty one.
You
Yeah,
see there
really
is
nasty.
a Dispel Magic in the spell book.
Great.
And it has no material difference from the one you already
Oh,
have.
I should write down that I have those at least
Yeah.
because I could use them as
You could use them as
scrolls in the
Exact-
moment. I don't even have to prepare
Exactly.
that.
You could use them as
Spell
scrolls
magic
in the
scroll
moment.
is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, and also Lightning Bolt. You see
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt in there, which you could use similarly as a scroll if you wish to.
Because you can cast that normally.
Yes, I can. But I would have to cast it at. Well, I would cast it at my level, right?
Yes, when you read the scroll, you cast at your
At
level.
my
When you
level.
use something like a wand,
And you said there was
it's
a
at the caster level.
spider
yes.
climb in there
That's
as
right.
well. Is there water breathing in there?
Unfortunately, no.
Weird. That's a weird one to not be in there, huh?
Well, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No,
It's
I know,
not
he
one
just-
he had. Yeah.
This guy was a professional. He could
All
hold his
right.
breath for 6 minutes.
So thank you for your patience, everyone.
Brush,
You
brush,
just watched
brush.
us go through a special set of spells.
Very, very cool.
For Alcott Devereaux. And now we will jump into our gaming tonight. Thank you for the patience of the players who sat there and just watched Thomas tap dance in place.
That was fun.
Roll hit points.
But yeah, so we have a level up that has occurred. By the way, how's the audio sound?
Yeah, we do.
Your character and
Yay!
got
Oh, you got the elemental. Good. I'm so glad to hear that, Sam.
Level 4
Glad you
paladin.
enjoyed it. Took a while to get over the sea, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Audio was great.
Okay.
Audio's great. Good.
There
Audio
we go.
sound. All right. So we have a level up here. Before you roll, tell everybody what you've done.
All right, so I am now, or Irna is now level 8. It's called level 4, Paladin of Sarenrae, which means she also now can cast her first Paladin spells. Yes. All right.
So are you rolling a D12?
D10.
Oh, D10. I was like,
4
not bad.
And your con bonus is
plus 2.
All right, so that's the die
Within the
roll.
range.
Got the 4 plus 2, so that's 6 hit points. Do you have toughness?
I do.
All right, so that's
Plus
another
an extra
point. 2? No, 2 points. Yeah.
Okay,
So, all right.
add.
So you got that.
So that comes.
All right, let's quickly go around.
6.
Let's introduce our players. Let's talk about what happened last time just briefly and
Yes.
jump into our game. But I enjoyed that with you. Thank you. I hope
Yeah,
you
that
like
was
those
very
spells.
fun.
I'm sure you're going to do some fun stuff with it. Let's start with you, Captain Cade.
I thought we were recapping. No.
We're
No, we do that
introducing then
last.
recap.
Oh, we do.
Introducing them, recapping, yeah.
Oh. Well, I was ready for the.
If you're not ready, I'll go to him first. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Chandler. I play Markov, a level 10 human inquisitor, in service of Iomade, the god of valor and such. I am with this group to fight the forces of the Sinister Seven and whatever else.
Sinister Seven.
Yes, not Spider-Man, but and hunt monsters as my profession is. So, there you go.
Alcott Devereaux, wizard extraordinaire, current owner of many new magical spells. Very, very excited. But hey, it's an Elder Kraken, so we'll see. But yeah, level, did I say level 11? Level 11. Getting close. We'll see how much XP John gives us for killing an Elder Kraken, because we're going to do it.
Are we?
I like that attitude.
Yeah, because you said it was mildly resistant to lightning, and that's like my whole jam. So, but
I don't even know if I said mildly.
I think he said resistant.
I like how you threw mildly
no,
in there.
but because my interpretation of resistance comes from 5e, which is half damage, whereas resistance in this
It's like-
scales based on a number for how much
Yeah.
you reduce it by. So it could have like
But yeah, right, exactly.
60
But I didn't
resistance.
put a characterization on how much the resistance
Yeah.
was.
yes, but immune to fire. I don't care about fire because I don't do that stuff. Fire's for losers.
Oh.
Except for that one time, I only say that because I blew myself up with a fireball.
He
once.
did.
And now I will
But your hair
never
is
learn
growing
to
back.
It is.
Your hair is growing
It's getting
back.
a little
You're
longer.
looking better.
You say immune to fire, but I don't have that written in the.
I thought it was immune to fire.
we can talk about it in character.
All right, let's go to Cade.
Huzzah! Hello, you landlubbers in the Sea of Twitch. I'm here to make your day greater. Just kidding.
I'm here to make it worse.
Let's see. I killed a bunch of pirates last week. No beard and others.
Like a lot of people.
No beard at L.
And I threw some people overboard. Didn't really care about kitchen information. Just, I don't know. Just one of those days. I now am like regretting bragging about certain exploits because I really don't want to kill a kraken. So the Elder Kraken seems kind of scary. So no more bragging for this pirates for now.
Yeah, we just scared off the last one.
Just
Appropriate bragging. Bragging with merit behind it is acceptable.
we'll brag on the land, not in the sea. And then, well, of course, I love me rum, me women, and me gold.
Nicely done. And yes, Rip,
varying orders.
Rip Blackbeard.
Changes every episode.
Oh, hey, thank you, Bill, for the sub. We appreciate that. A new chatter, Tyrion Zealous, relates his Bladesinger wizard only uses psychic and electric damage. Limitations can be tough in magic. But Tim did also note, we who are about to watch you die salute you.
Well, it's funny. You gave me the fireproof spell, so maybe I'll just cast that and then go willy-nilly with fire.
I did. Irda.
Hello everyone, I'm Irda Landrill. I am a level 8 skald, level 4 paladin of Saturday, and been having some kind of intense conversations with Markov about how he views things and trying to see maybe that not everybody is as bad as he assumes they are.
Awesome.
So yeah.
All right. And then, if you would, ever so briefly, give us
Yes.
what happened last time.
So last time, we fought a lot of pirates, and Cade basically killed all of them. Alcott snatched Blackbeard back from the sea before he had a chance to sink to the bottom, which actually resulted in him finding some things upon Blackbeard. And then he searched the mage that was the sea mage that was killed by Markov, and who had initially been very, very nerfed by Markov. Casting a curse on him that prevented him from being able to cast any of his natural magic. He was able to use a wand, but yes. So Alcott found some goodies from him, including a spellbook and a robe and some other things. But yeah, so then we started. There was one guy that had jumped overboard that they rescued. Found out that there had been some cannibalism aboard. The Blackbeard had cooked the cook and parlay, which we were reminded of very often last week, which resulted in the man that was rescued from the sea being run through by Cade after tried to prevent it and slipped on the deck. And after that, then Markov asked that the bodies be collected and burned so that they would not draw any creatures from the musk fens or mush fens toward the shore, and so Irda went about aiding him with that. Sully had actually tried to help the party and was explaining that the mage was there when he was invisible. So Sully and Cade had their moment of reunion, and Sully going, "You're my favorite captain, really, I swear," and actually pointing out who he thought would of Blackbeard's remaining crew would be loyal to Cade and would follow, and he said everybody except for the person that Cade actually ended up killing. So
what fun!
One more.
And then Cade and Alcott had some
Killing ship.
Cade and Alcott had some discussions in the captain's quarters, and then Alcott went about identifying the robe in particular, though he had many other goodies that he had collected. And then Markov and Irda had their discussion on the shore about the way things were being words being chosen, and that's kind of where we ended last time. So yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
good session.
And with that,
That's my
we
best
begin.
summary. Quick.
Runelords, episode 72, entitled Time Runs Out.
Good timing on the music.
Right? The perfect
Works out
crescendo.
sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
No, you're supposed to say I planned it that way
I
every
know.
time.
I've said that a few times too, but if you say it every time, then people don't believe you anymore. So, as the waves lap against the shore, and I believe it was growing, toward evening.
Was.
Before everyone goes to sleep for the evening, Irda is going to look across her allies and see who is most grievously wounded, noticing that Alcott doesn't look pretty good. Cade doesn't look pretty good. She's going to say, all right, well, I have...
Still a lot of red spots around my eyes where you burned them last time.
Heal
Sorry.
me up, Irda.
I'm going to do Cure Light Wounds, 1 on each of them, and that's it for me for today, so that's what I can do.
All right, so you're doing them on who and who?
Alcott and Cade.
All right.
So Alcott gets a whole 7.
Great.
That's what I can give you.
It's okay.
And Cade gets a whole 11.
Oh, I'll take it.
It's better for Kate to get more than me, just percentage-wise.
And
Both feel
that's
the
it.
kiss of Sarah and Ray's healing.
Ah, feeling more like a man.
All right.
Weird.
Weird.
Oh, thank you, Pat.
Oh, Pat gave each of you advantage today.
What a good start. What a
Oh,
good
and
start.
Greyhawk Tails just rated us with 9.
Yay,
Thank you.
Greyhawk
Hey, Wu-Tang Piglet. Hey, Greyhawk. Tails Geek Dice. Thank you, everybody, for the raid.
I have 5 carried over.
Oh, good
from last
question,
week. That was
Sam.
a bargaining tool.
You don't
How
have
many more
5 carried
harbors is
over.
Cade banned from
Yeah.
entering?
What?
He had 3 because
No, he had 5.
Oh,
He
that's
was
right.
full.
Thank you so much,
So you're
everybody.
at 6 advantages. Yep, you're gonna come down with us. We need you.
Oh, now he wants me.
All right, and the sun
And that
sinks
was the last words.
lower in the horizon, just
I
leaving
knew I was
the
wanted.
moon glinting over the surface of the waters as the rear of Ameko's Revenge bobs up and down, the front still firmly moored in the sands there at the edge of the mush fens. The burning embers, the charred smell of bodies being cindered still roils through the air as the sun goes down.
Alcott is finishing up doing his identify on the robe, and as he said last session, I can fly now,
I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
which probably no one heard as he looks up and no one's in the room.
Yeah.
Kate will still be there.
You're still
but-
by yourself.
All right. And he will then exit out onto the main deck of the ship, kind of
Whoa.
quickly with the robe in hand.
Got an initiative bonus as well,
Oh, his all.
which we had one carryover from
Oh,
last
thank
week.
you so much, Pat. Party initiative bonus. Oh,
I was
and
gonna say, did you
Moose,
see you
let's
got
go,
2?
my man.
Yeah. I didn't want you to see
boy.
that. That's why Evelyn didn't point it out.
I've
No,
got
I've
2
actually-
advantages
We
here.
try to ignore the ones to the DM. Hope they get lost in the shuffle.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I can see that. I'm
fair.
watching the chat more closely today.
And we had a party initiative
Yes,
bonus
now
carryover
we
from
should have
last
2
week.
of them. Who's keeping track of that?
I got it.
Great. Are you guys on the deck of the ship, all 3 of y'all?
I think I'm
I would
walk-
be.
Yeah, I would
Yeah, I
be.
think everyone's
Yeah,
up there. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then yeah, you guys see Alcott come out of the captain's quarters, flies open the door, and he's
Think
holding
we-
the robe out in front of him. Guys, it's a robe of flight.
Cool.
Yes, that's cool for you,
Huzzah.
but that might make our plan for getting the treasure chest a little easier.
Ooh, huzzah, I'm all about easy.
That's a very good point.
He's not agreeing.
We should discuss some things, Markov. I know you're a bit apprehensive on this idea. Trust me, I'm not all that jazzed about going down to a kraken to get a treasure chest to save my family, but
Right.
I will do what I must.
With jazzed, I'm calling you for one anachronism
That's
already.
fine. It felt good in the moment.
Very
I was
jazzy.
about to say,
like
I know
jazz?
not of jazz, but
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah.
Is jazz like that?
Yeah.
Does that
It's-
come from the music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
it
yeah.
might have just been a like jazz.
No. No. Wait.
No.
Jazzy.
Like energized.
If you do that again, then yes, it
I'll
will.
stop.
Can you do that again, please?
No.
Jazz. Jazz.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Let's go kill a kraken.
You asked me to come on this show.
I did, and I'm so good. We have serious D&D coming here. Come on.
All right.
Wait, let's get serious.
Very, very serious.
What's that?
Listen. I am in the position of being the current protector of my family line and the only one currently doing so. If I don't act here and now, this is the end of everything my grandfather worked for. The end of everything my father, rest his soul for all the things he's done, worked for.
I hear you, Alcott. I'm telling you that your desperation has given you tunnel vision. You see the gold, out in the waves like a mirage that's luring you to your death. I need not even tell you about the Kraken right now. I need tell you that solving an issue of greed with more money will lead to folly. This isn't a moral lesson, this is a practical lesson. You could waste your time going and finding this gold,
But we
certainly
need
your
money.
death, or we could follow a lead within the town and make it to where you wouldn't even have to pay them.
That's gonna take way too long.
And fighting a Kraken and fixing
guys-
He's
your
gonna
ship?
fly above the
League of
Kraken.
Villains.
Look, I've done my fair share of false bragging. And I said I killed a Kraken, but now that I've got me own god, I must tell the truth. Didn't kill the Kraken myself.
I scared
And-
it off.
Yeah, it didn't work out that way. So now dealing with an elder Kraken is not me cup of tea, okay? I take the easy route. Fly over, get the gold, come back.
Listen, Markov, that is very easy to say for a man in your position who has no stake in this game.
I find that incredibly patronizing to say I have no stake in the lives of others.
No.
Who's patronizing?
I,
You have no stake
Did
in
you-
my
you mean,
family.
what's patronizing,
You do
Kate?
not know me. You do not know what I have been through. Listen. If you believe within the span of 5 days that we can cure the needs of this brother's 7, of the debts that my father owes, then I am more than willing to take that offer. But this seems like the best thing on the table, and as much as I am apprehensive to trust, a god did send us a direct message saying to come here. And
Who's God?
yours, we
Ah,
get it paid.
huzzah!
But my point is, before yesterday, I believed my grandfather and father to be fools for believing that a finch could tell them where to settle. But they made a fortune doing
But
what
here
they
we
did.
are. A finch did.
And the finch showed up on that sheet. Signs have showed us where to go, and they have, for the most part, not led us astray thus far.
Huzzah.
if I cannot speak you out of this folly, then perhaps I can advise you on at least what you're going to encounter.
That would be very helpful.
The Elder Kraken, as I've read in my studies, you will have difficulty with. I've seen your ability to control the tempest of magic to produce lightning. I saw it when you fought the dragon. The Elder Kraken is resistant to this. Not only this, it can conjure the forces up, and I believe it to be more powerful than you, Alcott. So be ready for that. Even if you should
Certainly.
fly, you would be rent from the sky like a bird struck by a bolt, to fall into the waves below, forgotten. So keep that in mind.
What do you know of its vision?
I know not of it, however, it can obviously track the ships in the water. This, I will say, is a failing in my knowledge. However, if that is what you're gambling on, then I hope you feel very, very certain about it, because it would be your life.
I tend to do most things with high certainty if I can.
It just,
Ida, I am mildly aware, as I have seen you done before, that you are able to cast spells from a broad spectrum of knowledge.
Yes, as long as I have a bit of time to rest, I can cast one additional special spell.
My plan that I have devised while in the midst of my meditation was to, unfortunately, get the ship as close to the Kraken as is safe without alerting it. And then Ida and I take myself with this robe, herself with her wings, go out over where the treasure chest is. She makes us invisible. I give us the ability to breathe water. We make our way down, grab it, teleport out.
where is the Kraken, Alcott?
It's a very good question.
How far away would we need to be safe?
We know that the chest is within a 10-mile radius of here. I can locate it. However, I have no idea how to find the Kraken. I was hoping you could help with that.
I certainly could give my best guess. I do have scripture to help in this exact situation.
I assumed you would.
However, I will warn you, you said you were led here by a god, and yes, I suppose you were, but I have a belief, one that is said amongst my peers in the ministry, that what lies beyond the waves and below are outside of the reach of most of the divine entities. It's a dark place that has all manner of horrors down there.
Well, then I hope to have all of the gods on our side when we go down there.
If they can even breach the surface, then I suppose so. Let me take a look at my scriptures. Give me my time.
Oh, it sounds like Alcat's got a plan and Malcolm's got a fan. Cade is just a man with ear to yes, we can!
Nice.
Nobody listen, I'll just go on my way.
Everybody loved it.
You've worked on your
And
rhymes.
with ear that we can.
You have the ability to see in the dark, Ida.
I have.
Wow.
Depends on what I'm wielding. If I have the shield out, I can see.
You just said
anything.
this to someone whose eyes don't work anymore. So-
One of them.
The other one not well.
I came to you all with a few potions I had procured before going up on Hook Mountain. I have one left. Dark vision.
All right. I got a
Okay.
question for John.
Yes.
The DM. I'm reaching into the divine, into Iomade, to seek guidance on this spell and the wording of it,
All right.
to whether it can solve the question of where is the Kraken.
All right. You guys continue along as I look at this.
Ida, I need to know your thoughts on this plan. I have involved you in it and haven't even asked.
I see the merits in a lot of different options. My main goal is obviously to help your family and your home. Because you have been so kind as to help me in my hour of need, and it is important to help you in yours. I also see the point of Markov and rooting out the evil that is spread. My worries with trying to deal with the brothers, of course, is finding them all, because they seem very numerous and we do not know how far their reach extends, and even if we think we have gotten a hold of most of them, they still could have eyes near your mother and sister, and if we don't find those, then they are doomed no matter what.
Precisely my point in removing the debt. Now, it was 5 days ago that we began on this journey to attempt to correct the failings of my father.
Right.
Within those 5 days, we have learned essentially nothing about the Brothers Seven, save for a few small facts given to us by our greasy friend back in Magnamar. Thank you. I do not find that to be enough to go off of the next 5 with confidence. There are 7 of them. That's not a small amount of people who work in the shadows and the darkness. They could be anywhere, like Ida said. It could be more than 7, could be just a name they use.
Right.
We are assuming the Brothers Seven mean there are 7 brothers.
But what does that even mean? Are they the leaders? Are they all of them?
Exactly. If we could use this opportunity to gather some money as not perhaps a debt wipe, but bait, to learn more about them. I would certainly wish to wipe the debt out, but if we can learn about them while they are gathering the money,
One moment.
we can do what you seek to do, and what I do.
Irda's actually going to pull her bag around and start digging through it for the letter that, the various letters that we've found that have been marked by the Brother Seven.
I will also pull out the one that
You mean
my
the
father
Brother
gave
Seven? Or are
me.
you talking about the ones from Nualia and back at Sandpoint?
Just everything, because
okay.
everything connected to this.
Yeah, and I've got that letter from my father that had B7 in the right
Right.
corner of it that was kind of embossed into it very lightly.
And do you have the note that they left for you? The debt or note?
I do not believe there was a debtor's note. My mother just said that that is how much was owed. And a timeline.
And there was
Oh, the one that was
nothing
on
There's
the
a threat,
horse's
the,
head.
the threat nailed
Yeah.
to the
Yes, I do have that. I
Okay.
hand that to you as well.
Okay, so we can kind of lay this all out. So I don't know, perhaps if maybe I don't know, but perhaps we could use this note here that was actually written by the brothers to scry to find them.
That is not a bad plan. I am apprehensive to scry on people. The last few times I have tried, it went a little poorly for me, but
I would be willing to do it.
I will
In
seek
your
to
stead.
protect you as you do, if I can.
I cannot do it right now.
My only question on that is, how much information are you seeking to gain?
Possibly just a location, sense of where they are.
If that. At the very least, a face.
It might help us if we cannot find this treasure. If we cannot get safely to it, it would be better for us to possibly go back and find them. Because if we all die in this, then your mother and sister are lost anyway.
Precisely.
And I don't want to have that happen to you.
Me neither.
Is there an answer on that scripture as well?
Yeah, you ready? So, as you peruse the scripture, you know, the key term there is well known. And I would say for anyone else, the answer would be no. But based on what you do as a monster hunter, based on your already successful saving throw for knowledge of this creature, I will let you make a roll for that.
Okay. Great. I imagine during the casting of it, because I
That's
can't
correct.
cast it now.
That's correct. So when you cast that spell,
Oh, is it something you have to do tomorrow?
You feel like, you know, ideally that spell is
For something I've
it's
seen.
much like his teleportation. You know, if it's an area that you've been to, you know, you've
Yeah.
seen it. But I'm going to give you a chance, and you know, it's not a great chance, but you think it's possible.
Okay.
Might as well ask my question. Because I did have this just to see if we can make it way easier. The scroll, the map, the picture of
Yes.
the ship was only lifelike enough for the ship for us to get to the ship, not lifelike enough for the chest to teleport to the chest, right?
Correct. Yeah.
It was just a map of where the chest is relative to the ship, and then a picture of the ship
right.
to get
It was
there.
like an X in
Great.
in an island spot in the
Great.
middle of the
okay.
ocean.
Just wanted to double check that there was
But again,
not.
you are welcome to attempt. And
Of course, I won't. Because last time I tried that, we ended
What
up in
ocean do we end up in?
Yep. What bottom of what ocean do we end up in?
That's why you cast water breathing before you
Where
teleport.
can this elder kraken? Oh, where can it be? With its tentacles long and its teeth so sharp. Oh, where can it be?
You're getting good at this, Kate.
Thank you. I'm
you're fine.
practicing.
For any particular reason.
I don't know.
Pat Draw said Captain Cade's ballads are available on DVD. Dubious vocal devices.
The scripture has shown me that I might be able to shine light on where this kraken may
Oh,
be.
look at my song brought it about.
Certainly it's divinely inspired.
Divinely inspired by Caden Killian, my God. Thank you.
Yes, your God. Yes.
My God.
And I'm sure he feels the same about you.
I'm sure he does.
I will let you know that while I have full faith in Iomide, I am conflicted as to the reach that she can exert in the ocean. I feel it a chance, not a given, that I can give you an answer to this upon
I believe in
meditation.
you.
And even if I was to, I would need to rest before I could.
Yes,
Those
nothing will
rituals-
be happening tonight. Listen, we are working on chance right now. And
That's all we
chance
got.
I can
It,
give you that much.
alone. Do you have the capabilities of scrying tonight?
No, I have to wait until tomorrow.
Well, it would appear that we have some resting to do. Some preparing. Cade, I would ask that you do what you can to get your men working on fixing the ship, if possible.
By men, you mean both of them?
Yep. I realize the that.
There were three.
Well, Alcott, here's the deal.
That is more than one.
I don't got a lot of men because I killed them all.
But they are loyal to you currently, are they not?
Loyalty. I believe in loyalty. Yes. If you're not loyal,
You get a dagger to the neck.
hey, you got that right.
It's
Gates
an
law.
interesting policy.
It's a pirate's life for me.
All right, Cade.
As the ship continues to loll against the waves, there is a scrambling about the decks from the 3 remaining. You see Sully casting guilty looks over at you, Cade. He knows he failed, but you do sense that he was, to a degree, loyal, just overwhelmed, and they scramble about the decks.
I have an interesting question. Do you mind if I make a constitution check to see how well my stomach's doing right about now? Because the ship's probably not moving a ton.
No, I would say that's not necessary
Okay.
here. It's a very that may come up at some point, but remember
It
this
did
is
with me.
So the larger the vessel, the less you have
Yeah.
of that seasickness, and this one, because it's just more of a gentle bob at the back. There are no hard waves.
Yeah,
It's just a
it
sort
is
of a-
also up on the shore.
yeah,
currently,
just a
so-
soft rocking motion
Okay.
as the ship is tucked up against the shore.
Did Irda Presti the ship at all last time?
I had not. I was busy
Oh,
moving and
okay.
burning bodies.
Hey, Irda. Have you seen my ship?
Yes, Kate. It is
Hey.
full of blood and gore and water.
Can I ask a favor of you?
Of course.
I could make my pitiful 2 men do a lot of work and clean the boards, clean the deck.
Right?
But could you make their life a wee bit easier right now? And Presti.
Of course.
All right.
I can do that, but it's not going to help the hole in the ship.
Solly, watch this.
That's a harder one.
Yeah, the hole in the ship I can't fix, but I can
Alright.
at least get the blood off.
Sully, I'm gonna have Irda help us so we can get to work on the holes in the ship.
Alright, so
Now watch this. Pay attention.
Irda will
She's awesome.
Aye, sir.
have my very own hype man. This is
Cade's always been your hype man.
With Irda, yes we can.
and so Irda will think a moment and she'll just kind of hold out her hand like she does and make the gesture, and the blood will start just kind of lifting up off the boards and just kind of evaporating out, and she'll cast it over and over until all the blood is gone at least. And gore.
See Sully's eyes go wide. These magics. Hey, she's an angel. I saw the wings. Oh, should we follow her, Captain Kate? No.
Well, you follow me. No, you don't follow her.
No.
She's here for me. You just follow me. And I follow Caden Killian, and that's who you'll follow too. He's my god. I'll tell you more about him later.
You mean she's here for you?
Well, no, not that way.
Oh.
A question for you. Have those bodies attracted any birds or carrion animals?
No, because the bodies would have attracted carrion as they rot. They were fresh kills,
Right.
then immediately burned. Burning is not going to attract.
And there's no just idle seagulls flying around or anything?
Oh yeah. You do see, you see the occasional idle. There's normal, I'm sorry I don't have the. I'm sorry I don't have seagull minis
no,
here
you're
for
great.
you, but yes,
Yeah.
you could presume, they're little mosquitoes, gnats, small
Yeah.
birds.
There's
In that
definitely
case-
mosquitoes. I remember
Yeah,
them.
that's right.
To be honest, I don't trust much of what's in the hold here when it comes to food. And the last I've eaten is a bowl of weasel soup. So I am going
Sounds
to get-
delicious.
I've got rations if you want.
I don't see a reason why we can't get fresh food.
Very well.
Are you gonna blow them out of the sky? We got fish. I'm sure we can get some fish.
I would honestly love to see how good of a shot on a small bird you are.
Oh. I'm willing to see that.
Well, I've got to go. I don't want to shoot over water in case I miss.
Well, do we have any bread we could throw on?
You could shoot from the ship toward the birds that are over the land.
Yes, perhaps I could go to the
We don't want
beach.
to work too hard for it. We want him to fall on the deck. Let's go.
Ah, that would be the real challenge. I love that.
Perhaps that, or I'm gonna point at the rock, and I see some birds just sitting and pecking at the ridge.
Yon Rock.
Yes, I'm gonna say, I'm sure those will be much easier targets.
Oh, I was looking for them to cut. You shoot them, and then they land on the deck.
Yes, I'd like to remind you that I look in the bag, 13 bolts, and I don't feel like lunch is a good reason to get rid of good ammunitions like that.
Aye. All right. Well, do your thing.
Great. I will scramble down the side onto the shore.
All right, as you do
And-
so, you scramble down. You're looking right at the hole. There's most of the hole has been breached, but there is still a good-sized chunk missing. And yes, you do see, in fact, now that the combat has subsided, the night has come, the chill wind air again. While it's winter, it's never truly winter here on the southern shores of this continent, and you see a scattering of small seafowl here atop.
I will take aim at a distance on my knee to steady my shoulder and attempt to catch us some dinner. Would you prefer a survival roll or perhaps a different type of roll to?
No, I think a survival check is
Yeah,
appropriate.
wonderful.
And I'll let you roll that.
8+ mini. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
thunk.
Yeah, it's a
You-
bird.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you put a bolt, knock it a few feet. So there's one felled seagull.
Unless they all scatter away.
do.
Or,
Oh, yeah, they
Do
all-
they scatter
Yeah,
right
they
after
scatter.
that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I take my staff and I cast magic missile and kill 5 of them out of the air.
Yes! Huzzah!
I just go,
Wizard flex. I love it. I love it. As you strike the bird, thunk, your bolt goes straight through the chest. You're quite proud of this shot. The others scatter up into the air, moonlight glinting off of their ivory wings, and then you see suddenly these
Huzzah,
orange
Markov!
fiery darts coming from the ship. And let's just see here. Hold on.
How many make it on the rock? That's
fine.
Versus in the sea.
Only one of them splashes in the shallow water. It was so fast, all the rest of them are just scattered here on the side.
and Alcott's just standing there with his hand on his staff.
I'll yell out.
Oh, God!
Perhaps,
He outdid ya!
perhaps once again louder for those in the back. That way we can shoot more bright lights up in the air and be seen by all those things in the swamp.
Maybe you can scare some more over, and then he can do that, and all of them can come crashing down. Oh, that was great, Alcott.
Be sure to get a round of applause from everyone left on the ship.
I will. I will.
Bravo,
And of course, you guys,
Alcott!
you're still on the ship.
Yeah.
You guys are a good 30, 40 feet
Yeah.
away, yelling this back and
Yeah.
forth as Cade is bellowing. If there was any creature not aware of the presence of the party in any sort of earshot vicinity, they are now
I will
aware.
actually look back at Sully and the crew and I'll be like, are you not impressed?
We are entertained!
Sully,
was trying not to go there.
Oh, but I did!
I've gone there way too often lately
and-
anyway.
From our conversation
I was
we
about to
had,
say.
I'm going to say, yes, Irda, vanity is not found in that boy, and then turn around and go and start collecting the gulls off the rock.
I was about to say that Irda, like, hearing Alcott do this after she just was like, he's great! I
just have to
kind of
remind our
lets out an audible,
But I will remind you, when you saw me at Hook Mountain, I was not starving. I eat well. I prefer to. Rations aren't particularly my forte.
All right, as Markov continues to throw the singed birds in his bag, and as Cade continues to
I will
chuckle.
follow you down and help you pick them up.
Well, by the time you get down there, I'm sure I already have them.
Oh,
If
alright.
you go down, I'll just hand you the bag. And
Oh
then
yeah, like you come, like he's already got
I'll
it.
reach over the edge of the ship and pull the bag up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You pull the bag up, And Markov, I'm assuming you go back up on the ship?
Yes,
All right.
it's time to make dinner.
You now have a half a dozen seabirds, plus any rations. So I assume you guys are preparing to make camp for the
Yes.
evening here aboard Ameko's Revenge?
Why not?
Yes. Now we can rest properly.
All right. By the way, thank you for our viewers. Hang on. Things are about to get interesting. Thank you, Toriano. We appreciate that. And things are going well. Lee, you gave an advantage to Alcott because of the Wizard Flex.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I need
That's
to put down the
nice.
2.
And yes, we all agree both that Cade needs more rum and that he doesn't just drink rum. He gives rum a permanent and loving home. All right. Anyone doing anything else before you make camp for the evening?
I mean, I'm strictly spending time reading through the spell book. That is my evening.
Okay.
Once everybody is cleared from the deck, Irda is actually going to find a quiet place to herself for a while, and she will cast Dancing Lights, but she's only going to make a single lantern, and it's going to be in the symbol of Sarenrae, Dawnflower symbol.
Okay.
And she's going to use this as her light and her place to pray for the evening. And she will actually, as she does this prayer, she does her normal, prayer to ask for protection for her friends and her family and all of those who are in need. But she will also begin again reciting the tenets of the Paladin of Sarenrae. I will protect my allies with my life. They are my light and my strength. As I am their light and their strength, we rise together. I will seek out and destroy the spawn of the rough beast. If I cannot defeat them, I will give my life trying. If my life would be wasted in the attempt, I will find allies. If any fall because of my inaction, their deaths lie upon my soul, and I will atone for each of them. I am fair to others. I expect nothing for myself, but that which I need to survive. The best battle is a battle I win. If I die, I can no longer fight. I will fight fairly, and when the fight is fair, and I will strike quickly and without mercy when it is not. I will redeem the ignorant with my words and my actions. If they will not turn toward my light, I will redeem them by the sword. I will not abide evil, and I will combat it with steel when words are not enough. I do not flinch from my faith and do not fear embarrassment. My soul cannot be bought for all the stars in the sky. I will show the less fortunate the light of Dawnflower. I will live my life as her mortal blade, shining with the light of truth. Each day is another step toward perfection. I will not turn back into the dark. And she will just recite that over and over again until she finishes her prayers for the evening.
It's very good.
Bravo. Wow.
Very good.
And then she'll
done.
take place back in and bed down for the night.
I will redeem them by thy steel. That was awesome. All right, Markov, anything you're doing this evening?
Yes, I'll see if I can borrow a chair from somewhere on the boat, maybe for the captain's quarters.
As any captain would correct you, this is a ship.
Yeah.
And yes, you can find
Oh, yes, on this boat.
Did I hear boat?
Yes.
This is no boat, sir.
Boats are the things you drop in the water from the sides
That's
of
what's
ships.
hanging from me ship.
Yes.
No, because all the dinghies are gone.
Yeah, they're
Oh, well,
all
they were hanging from me ship.
Placing the chair at the fore of the ship and looking up over the forecastle into the marsh, looking at bobbing and dancing lights out there, perhaps
Right.
fireflies, perhaps wisp, keenly looking out and occasionally looking over that tome that we got from the golem maker, the aberrant golem maker's lab, that particular tome on flesh manipulation and animation, and going through my own book and adding notes, transcribing them between the two in order to wind down for the evening.
Very nice. And how else does one wind down?
Yeah.
Transcribing
Yeah.
flesh manipulations.
And I'm over here reading a spell book about the sea.
All you can tell is that Markov seems to be practice at scrivening specifically.
Sure.
It is a meditative activity.
Well, and as an OOC, for anybody, Cameron, thank you so much. For anyone that doesn't know, OOC is out of character, so you do a pause, you say OC. But OC, like, I think we need to have an LMA on the note-keeping journals of players. I think you and you and you.
Ah, you don't want to see mine.
I meant no offense. But the three of you are three of the most crazy note-takinest, cool stuff.
Well, when you drop tiny little knowledge that you give, you have to.
I have flowers and happy faces.
the artistry. All right, Kate. Anything else? So Sully is again.
I did draw a little map.
With a clear sense of guilt and compunction, Sully is hustling all about.
Did we eat?
Yeah, you all
Oh,
ate.
okay.
Yeah, everything. Also, anything else you're doing before you go to sleep?
Nice seagull stew.
Oh! I climb the highest point. Oh, but I make sure I've got me mug full of rum. Me Caden Killian.
Cool. Climbing with
Get
mug.
as high as possible,
And then get drunk.
then get drunk. Good. Good.
This can only end well.
Yeah.
It's the Cade way. It is.
Maybe tie yourself off. Nah,
can
don't
do
do
that.
that.
Oh,
That would be.
before I went,
intelligent.
I grabbed a spyglass. Look.
All right, tapping that while I'm trying to do this probably will help. All right, so
Oh,
you got
sorry.
a spyglass.
Don't
all right.
drop me.
Yeah, we'll just. I think we'll go theater of mind here. That's gonna be too hard.
All right.
Just put them up there.
all right,
So I
let's
climbed to
let's
the
go back
top.
to it. You climb.
Imagination.
You scrabble to the top, flagon of rum clasped in your lips, your mug beneath your arm, your spyglass tucked in your pouch. And as you get to the top, you feel the familiar and reassuring sway of the ocean breeze. You hear the flap of the furled sails, restrained by their ropes. You smell the brine and still the smell of the burning bodies that wafts through the air. Strangely, no seabirds appear to be around anymore. And you are now atop the mast.
Hey.
Wait, actually, go ahead and roll d20. Just just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just don't roll a
For
one.
fun.
Well,
You said that last time.
I do have an advantage to bird.
You're gonna do it. Wait. Really?
Well, she has 6.
Yeah, fair, but like.
Do
no,
I-
no, you did it. Go for it.
I
It's
don't
good.
want to fall.
It's good. 2 ones.
I mean, I'm.
Just don't roll 2 ones.
Dang it, Thomas.
Oh. I got a 3 on the one I was going to, and a 19.
The 3 would have been fine anyway. So
Oh.
you
As long as you didn't roll
you
a one.
scrabble up to
It's
the
a
top.
ladder.
Okay.
And you're a pirate.
Yeah, you're now. Yeah, you're
And it's
pirate,
his ship.
With
yeah,
high
it would-
decks, yeah.
All right, so I fill my mug with the flask. So now it's
Extra special.
it's what should I call this rum?
Instead of
Cage rum,
Kalian rum.
Kalian rum. We'll call it Kalian rum. All right, I fill it up, and I look at my spyglass. I'm like, ahoy, mateys! And I look around. I enjoy the vision of my ship atop the ship, and then I raise me glass. Oh, gracious Caden Killian, me God, my friend. With gratitude, I'm keeping this short. Thanks for keeping me safe and helping me kill all the scallywags. And I take a swig of rum.
All right, as you take the swig of rum, you feel now for just the second time or third time, I forget, this enormous energy and warmth that flows through your body, and you almost feel the hint of a whisper in your ear. The words
Uh-oh.
Does he have to make another con check?
you can't quite make out.
That was a lame roll. Roll again.
Roll with advantage.
Gods don't always speak back.
Oh, just sad.
Get used to it.
Look, I wrote words. I was going to write something down.
She was gonna actually take
I
notes.
was actually going to take a note.
All right. So, for the sake of our viewers, anyone else or
Words.
anything in before you guys rest?
No.
Okay.
Oh, and then I say, help me, help us. Caden, are you listening? With this Kraken, this Elder Kraken, we need the gold. Not for me. It's for Alcott. And then I climb down.
All right. And so, we are not going to break, but we are doing something a little different here today at Blue Box. As each of you, ooh, I love those nervous looks, as each of you lay down to rest aboard the ship, doing your various prayers and studies and incantations. I'm going to ask the three of you to step out of the room for a moment. Please make sure you take your microphones off.
Okay, good. I need to go to the bathroom very bad.
Not me?
No, you stay in the room.
Uh-oh.
Time for the real Caden conversation.
Good luck.
The
Thank you.
Kraken shows up in your dreams.
Cade, as you pillow your head for the first time in many a night aboard Ameko's Revenge, you do feel regret at the loss of many friends, and you, though, are overwhelmed with the warmth of Caden Clean's rum in your belly. And you see, as you fall asleep, the visage of the accidental god. And he speaks to you audibly as these first few words that were uttered atop the mast, they were unclear to you. You hear his voice echo in your mind. Cade.
Ah! Here am I!
The treasure. This is part of why I called you. It's no mean treasure. There's great wealth there.
Oh! Oh!
And there's a blade.
Oh! For me?
Well, it could be.
Oh.
It was given to one of my previous avatars. It has great power.
Oh!
And the wealth there is enough to save Alcott's family. But
Any extra?
there is a great deal of treasure there. But
Okay.
the danger is real, Cade.
Oh. Go.
The deep beast. I believe you lot have the power, but your ship will crumble.
We don't want that.
But if you attempt the plan of the wizard, it's doomed.
Oh. What's a good plan? Right now we have no plan.
I will put a blessing on your ship.
A blessing.
For one day, its timbers will not crack. They will not be broken apart by anything, including the deep beast.
A blessing on
But
the
one
ship.
day only.
Tomorrow?
When you speak it,
Oh. What do I speak?
it doesn't matter, Kate. You just say, bless me ship, well, whatever you want to say.
I'll make it flourishy.
Of course, yes, always. I will protect the ship for one day. I cannot promise
One day.
the lives of you or your friends. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing.
Can you bless everybody on the ship?
No, they have their own gods.
Oh.
But there is, I'm telling you, or are you, it's a thing I'd be going after. If you really want to serve me, I can't tell you, you have to go
Then
into danger.
why didn't you go after it?
I was already a god. I gave that
Did you
blade-
try and go Was it
I-
not around when you were not a
I-
god?
I gave the blade to one of my avatars. That's what I said. And what purpose has a god now for gold? But I know your heart. I know you love your wine. I know you love your rum. I know you love your wenches. And I know you love your gold.
Oh, huzzah, huzzah, huzzah!
I'll not be disappointed in you if you don't go. I'm just telling you. If you go,
How can I not?
it's dangerous.
We gotta take the risk.
But it's wondrous.
Wonders.
Good night, Kate. And the visage fades. I need you to ask Chandler to come down, please.
Mic on. Too many issues with that cable. I've been summoned. I'm excited. What's going on?
As you finish your copying of these interesting writings from the tome that was found from the corrupted golem maker, and you find several very interesting things, in fact, disturbing. The nature of the manipulation of the flesh of the recently living to animate into servants of undeath, which are not truly undead. It's fascinating, and it's also horrifying. And as you pillow your head, you cannot help but say a prayer to Imade, asking for cleansing of your conscience from these necrotic secrets mentioned in this tome. After a few moments, you fall into a deep sleep, and you see a golden shield and a cloud, and you hear a voice reverberating in your mind like you've never heard. You know Imade is speaking directly to you.
Okay.
Markov,
Yes.
I will not pretend you are my most fervent or penitent servant, but your faith seems real.
I have many failings. I cannot. I am flagged. My soul is torn. Yes, but I am an authentic servant to you, my lady.
I know this, and this is why I speak to you. You must be careful. The knowledge that you seek can corrupt. Even a pure heart, seeking knowledge for right reasons, can be corrupted by the study of ill magics and ill topics and unrighteousness. Just be careful on this path. But more than that, I tell you, the path that is contemplated now is folly. This creature you call the Elder Kraken, this beast of the deep, will snap this ship. It will destroy you all. It is folly. And as I have seen you, as much as any of my servants that does not live inside the cloistered walls of my temples, you speak my words and you study my scriptures. Do not go.
If it
I
is,
will not. Right.
oh, if it is your order, then it will be done, my lady.
It is not my order. I do not command. I warn. If you go, you do not disobey me. You just take a risk beyond all ken in the doing. It is not my nature to give a command of this kind. I simply warn you, this danger is beyond reckoning.
Yes. Your guidance is well received. I had felt it in not just now, but in before, the wisdom you've given me. I will contemplate this. Thank you. And as for these dark magics, I have followed your scripture. The words you said as the inheritor. I know that these magics, they can corrupt. It's why I am so in contempt of those that wish to pervert the natural world, the world that you and your divine deities have set up. How would you ask that I gain knowledge in order to safeguard civilization? What would be your guidance? I ask you this, if nothing more.
In this again you show your wisdom. You may search these tomes, and the days that lie ahead you will need this knowledge. You must always resist any allure to practice these arts yourself. And you are right to have a righteous fury to stamp out the practitioners of necromancy. And any which would seek to take those that are dead and bring them to life for the purposes of their own gain must be killed. They must be brought to a righteous and final end. I encourage you to prayer. Any new knowledge you find, anything which appears to be something which could corrupt, pray. As you have been doing, seek penance. Make sure you're never too weary, never too drunken. Never consume such knowledge in states of disarray or anger or jealousy or lust, but only in times of contemplation and peace. And know that this is a command. This beast, it is your choice. I warn you of the danger, but I do not judge your choice. But pursuing dark magics, dark arts, and corrupting and soiling your mind, pushing your conscience to a place of reprobation, this I will not countenance and will not accept.
It will be done. I wish to be a humble servant of you and a loyal blade against that which is dark and evil in this world that works against you. You've given me much guidance, and I will move forward in your will. Thank you, my lady.
You sleep soundly the rest of the evening. You have no recollection of any other dreams. When you wake up the next morning, you feel refreshed. You feel a renewed sense of purpose. This has never happened to you before, but the words are all crystalline in your mind that you've heard. Please send Evelyn down.
Of course, absolutely. I'm gonna bring this with me.
All right, all you mad chatters, you know you can't put anything in the chat which betrays. This is part of the fun of DMing on Twitch Live. Just because it was so good. Yeah, you have. You guys have been great. Just because it was so good. Please read through your prayer again one more time.
Okay, let me pull it back up.
I'll let you pull that up. If you missed it before, this is epic.
I will protect my allies with my life. They are my light and my strength. As I am their light and their strength, we rise together. I will seek out and destroy the spawn of the rough beast. If I cannot defeat them, I will give my life trying. If my life would be wasted in the attempt, I will find allies. If any fall because of my inaction, their deaths lie upon my soul, and I will atone for each. I am fair to others. I expect nothing for myself but that which I need to survive. The best battle is a battle I win. If I die, I can no longer fight. I will fight fairly when the fight is fair, and I will strike quickly and without mercy when it is not. I will redeem the ignorant with my words and my actions. If they will not turn toward that light, I will redeem them by the sword.
My favorite line.
I will not abide evil, and will combat it with steel when words are not enough. I do not flinch from my faith and do not fear embarrassment. My soul cannot be bought for all the stars in the sky. I will show the less fortunate the light of the dawnflower. I will live my life as her mortal blade, shining with the light of truth. Each day is another step toward perfection. I will not turn back into the dark.
Is that the end? Yeah. So again, just so good. And I said that the line about redeeming them with steels, but I also love that, your faith cannot be bought with all the stars in the heavens. Just so well done. As you pillow your head, are you sleeping atop the decks or below decks, or where are you at?
She would go to wherever her quarters was before when
Okay.
she previously
All right.
sailed with
First
Kate.
level below decks. You fall asleep peacefully, and this is not the first time for you In the middle of your sleep, you hear the voice of Sarenrae speaking to you again. How are you, my child? You face great trials. Your prayers are heard.
I am struggling, but I will overcome.
You have endured much. What has been taken from you is great, and your faithfulness has been unparalleled. Your vision. My tears flow for your eyes. And yet, you have shown resourcefulness. Not many of my servants throughout my days have shown. I come to you this night to tell you, you face a crossroads. The creature that you contemplate, this beast of the deep, it is very dangerous. It could kill you all. And yet, there is more than gold there. There are artifacts which could aid you in your struggle against more than the seven, against those of the Thessalonians that reawaken. And there are forces that pull your small fellowship in all directions. I tell you, follow your heart, as you have always done. There is no right or wrong answer here. There is more than one man's family. There is more than one man's greed. There is more than one man's desire for knowledge. And there is more than all of your fear for your mortal souls. There is great danger, and there is great power, and there are none among you, save you, with the wisdom to know what to do. Guide them, Yida, and I tell you not how. I tell you I trust you to do this.
I will follow the light. And I will trust my allies as they trust me. As I said in my prayers tonight, we rise together to face all of the forces of the dark.
You are my blessed and chosen servant. I am with you. You fall into the deepest, most sound sleep you've ever had, and you remember nothing of the rest of the evening. When you wake up the following morning, you feel refreshed. You feel a sense of vibrancy, and each of these words is clarion in your mind. You hear them, every single one. And you know it's as though there is a great scale that's been placed in your mind, and you have been made the arbiter. Would you please send Chandler down? Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Can hear this soul be bought with cinnamon rolls, not stars? That's funny. That's funny. This one's gonna be different.
Am I in trouble?
Pop that sucker in. All right. You spend your evening with the gentle rocking of the ship and the wind blowing through the portholes as you study the book of this strange magic. These spells, while the language is familiar and easy for you to read, the way they're structured, it's just a different way of looking at the warp and woof of magic. But you divine each of them as you go through it. Your eyelids grow heavy. You don't even remember the moment that you fall asleep. But fall asleep you do. And after some indeterminate time, you begin to have a nightmare. You feel dark tendrils that seem to float around the edges of your consciousness. And it is several moments into the dream when you begin to feel a sense of being watched, not as though you're being scried upon. It's as though your loved ones watch you. And as you hear voices echo, you hear the screams of those you love. You smell the charnel scent. You see the blood dripping from your father's flayed body. You hear son scream, and the scream again, blood curdling and piercing, and you see your mother being dragged from Devereaux Manor. As her body is pulled out from the manor, her hand outstretches to you, and you see dark-robed figures in black cloaks, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, dragging her out. And you know you have seen a portent. And your mother's face, it looks up toward the heavens as she cries out, and her final words, "Oh God!" You wake up in a cold sweat on the ship. You know they're coming, and they're coming quickly. Your time is running out.
Alcott instinctively pulls out his journal and writes everything he can remember from that dream, because he knows dreams kind of fade with time rather quickly, and does it with tears running down his face.
You have enough time left in the evening to do that. You're still able to memorize your spells. This is perhaps a 20-30 minute interruption in your evening.
Okay, wow.
But it is one that leaves you the following morning bleary-eyed and your soul scorched. You feel an urgency to do whatever must be done and to take whatever risk must be taken to save your mother. You can bring everyone else down now.
Fantastic.
Come on, y'all. It's time. Freaking Krakens.
Cracking my chair?
I'm cracking everything.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
What do you mean you here?
Right?
Welcome
Weird.
back, you players.
So how'd everyone sleep?
And we will have a break for all of you as well in just a moment.
Guess
The DM
we'll
has not had a break, and we'll
find
give our players a break. But before we do that, and before we resume, I awake with the urgency to pee. I get that, no doubt, William. So we're going to do the first of our giveaways today, and we're giving away a few of these during the month. One of these gorgeous blue box Bone Dragon shirts, courtesy of Captain Cade Cardinal, a.k.a. Short Mom on the Run. These can only be won, not bought. This very cool Bone Dragon shirt. And we're going to do this right now via the chat with a question. And the question will be, I'm going to make this an easy one. The super easy. You don't even have to be watching last time. You just have to be watching today. What is the new class of character that we have introduced here on Blue Box in the last 2 weeks? First one to type it in the chat
can't
wins.
win.
I know. I already have one of the shirts.
I know, but
Nope.
Close. Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate
Pat
that.
is
Thank
gonna-
you, Mike. You were so close with that, Pat. That is not it. No, that is not it. Not the Inquisitor.
Not the Inquisitor.
Not the Sea Wizard. Very
Oh,
close.
so
Very close. Very
They're
Sea Mage. Oh, Fraley.
it's like they're dancing around it.
All right, Patrick, Fraley. I think Fraley. Don't you already have one of these shirts? I think you've already won one of these. Tell us if you have or not. Seafoam green. I like seafoam green. Oh, you got it, Cameron. All right. So I tell you what, Cameron, because you're the second one to get it, and you're also one of our newest followers. Just Plain Cameron is nothing plain. She's a wonderful young lady, a friend of my daughter. Joined us on Lore Masters Arcanum a couple of weeks ago and is helping me get Gen Z D&D going here at Blue Box. So we'll give shirts to both Cameron and to Fraley if he does not have one. And we want to say thank you, all of you. We'll have more giveaways after the break. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, each of you wake up the next morning, and there is this magical power of the sea to wash away everything from the previous evening. There's very little sign remaining. The tide came up. Most of the charred remains of the bodies have been ushered out to sea. All the smell is gone. There's a fresh salt brine scent in the air. The wind blows, and each of you come aboard ship. Sully is bleary-eyed, but again with this sense of compunction and desire to please one whom he knows he's failed. You see each of the other. He's got all three. They're all cleaning what was not cleaned by Irda's prestidigitation. Taking care of the sails, manning the riggings, managing things below decks, cleaning stuff out of the bilge, and each of you come aboard the deck and see each other for the first time in the morning.
How much healing did we receive from Marcus?
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna call in this situation.
We had a nice meal.
Yeah, you had a full meal, rest. It's not gonna be a comfortable bed in a high-end inn.
Well,
each of you get 3.
Well, I do have a captain's quarters, sir.
Good point. All right, so we're gonna give
Cade
you
gets
we're gonna
more.
give you 4 hit points. Everyone else gets 3 hit
Huzzah.
points
Okay.
of healing for the evening.
Cool.
Sorry that you all don't have your own captain's quarters,
Rest
but
without doing a full heal.
that's how the chips fall.
But all spells are restored. All
Your
abilities
rest,
are
and then just
restored.
subtract
How much did I
whatever
get?
Back to
extra-
what I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then add your difference.
Great.
And you are now
That's what I
once
usually do.
more aboard the ship as it gently rocks on the southern, and let me pull the map up here so people can see it, on the southern Varisian shore.
All right.
And for our viewers that aren't familiar, this is the Pathfinder map. So we use different worlds here at Blue Box. Our main one is Greyhawk, but of course I played Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth. This is the map of Golarion. And so this is Varisia, the Varisian Gulf here. And then you have here the Mush Fens, which you've heard referenced. This is Magnamar, where the party spent quite a bit of time. This is Sandpoint, where the adventure began. This is Turtleback Ferry, which no longer exists. This is Hook Mountain, where the adventures. Right here by Skull's Crossing, this is where what was once known as Fort Rannoch is now known as Fort Von Frost, and is in fact the keep and the holding of this party. Now, their ship, Amako's Revenge, so called in honor of the former purveyor of the Rusty Dragon, who has perished, now is moored, slightly damaged off the southern edge here of the Mush Fens.
In the morning, Alcott has not come out on the deck yet. He's still below deck.
All right, so you come up, Irda. You see, there's Markov. There's Cade. Sully, as I said already, kind of moving around the deck.
Yeah, you see Markov rapidly with more manicness than you've seen him, scribbling down something, and with wide eyes, hair blown out, not having taken the time to have
Great
set
cosplay, by the
himself.
way.
Yeah.
You're so mean.
Oh, I come out in a pretty jolly mood after my encounter with Caden Killian. So I walk my clean ship and I start singing a little song. Oh, I flew upon my ship with a bit of flashy finesse. They boiled me cook and parlay, which I fear was quite a mess. The sea could use some washing, so in the sea they went. Oh, I love me ship. And I walk around.
Just get free XP. Just make him a bard already.
Cade, I hope that's a funeral dirge for your ship if you want to send it out at the Kraken. I have contemplated I will not be joining you all.
Oh! Sir, what did you say?
I'm saying that to leave with this ship towards the fool's errand of a Kraken will result in your ship being rent in two.
Aye, but you do not have a god like mine.
I suppose I don't, but I have a god.
Did your god come to you in the night?
What? Yes.
In a visage?
Stop.
I'm surprised at the coincidental nature of questions you're asking. Yes.
So after I drank my rum, after I spied in my spyglass and went down to my captain's quarters, because that's where I reside, comfortably I might say, well, who did I behold? It was not because I was drunk, I tell ya.
Well, I mean,
You might want to say that,
it may have been.
but it wasn't.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Caden Killian came to me. And he told me to take the ship to the gold. But he would bless it for one day, and all I would have to do is say a word.
Wonderful. Would you like me to share my dream next?
Share along,
Okay.
since you listened to mine.
But thank you. I like the reciprocity, Cade.
That's how I
That's
rule
what a
as
good
a pirate.
captain does.
That's right.
Fair.
That's what a good captain
Fair.
does.
Yes. Well,
At least you know your place, sir.
I suppose I do. Given the vision of Iomede's sigil upon a shield in the clouds, the light cast upon my face, I was nowhere yet among the heavens all at once, and I saw her voice, heard it. It was a strange experience, and I was told with divine authority that to sail this ship into the waters would see us perish.
Well, yes. Caden Killian, me god, he said something similar. He said to take your ship would be rent in pieces by the Kraken. But there's a big but there.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie as a pirate. Trust me.
What? Okay. No, I don't think that's true at all. But anyway, go ahead.
He would give a blessing upon me ship for one day. My God said that. Your God sees other things. My God declares other things.
Interesting. I think I'll take the god that meant to be a god rather than one that foolishly and drunkenly walked through the process. So I think I know which piece of advice I pick.
Irda, you're hearing all of this, of course.
Strange dreams are upon all of us, it seems.
Excuse me? Would you like to share?
Oh,
Would
share away, Irda. We're all in this circle together.
Where's Alcott?
I probably waiting for a servant to pick him
you
up.
hear what would not be termed shouting per se, but you do hear Cade bellowing at the top of the decks. Do you remain below decks? Or
I do.
Okay, all right. You see no sign of him.
From where I'm at below decks, can I see the damage to the hull?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, you can make your way up there.
Yeah, I will take a small moment at the beginning of my day. How do I get the feeling that a single casting of Plug Ship would fix what is going on here? Because it's like six. You said 6 or 7 7-inch wide
That's right.
holes.
So
That's a big space.
as you go up, you see most of, like I mentioned this before, most of the damage had been repaired. That's exactly what they were waiting for. That's the only reason the ship was still here, and they hadn't already cast off.
Great.
Because you could tell Lackbeard definitely intended to pursue this treasure himself. As you get, it looks like a single casting will finish the work that they had spent several days doing.
Good to know.
Back to you, Irda.
Sun and Ray came to me in my dreams last night.
I guess they must have been in the neighborhood.
The gods are having a party.
It's interesting how flippantly you can speak about your gods.
That was such a good response.
It is.
That was the perfect response.
My god is a little bit more fun than y'all's god.
That's also a good response.
Okay, you have an actual god. They have people who just became gods.
Hey, you're below deck.
It's just funny.
I can hear Alcott's voice in my mind reminding me. No.
You cannot lie how coincidental it all seems, but continue.
But she spoke to me. And she did inform me that what we'll face ahead is very dangerous. That it could lead to our demise.
Could.
That this
But will.
creature is very powerful.
Aye. That's what me god said
And
too.
so we should not underestimate it.
Never.
Though she also told me that there's more than just treasure there.
Aye, there is.
Like more monsters?
No, more artifacts that can help against the bigger issue.
There's more than gold.
More than
He's
the
intrigued.
Brothers Seven. The Runelords are back. And they're dangerous.
What, your god didn't tell you
And
that?
these
Didn't tell you either.
these artifacts can help against them. It's more than to save anybody in particular. It is to save everything. And we find ourselves at a crossroad. But
He's flummoxed.
I'm thinking. Silence does not mean a lack of thinking, even though your mind works at the speed of your mouth.
Oh! Sorry.
peace, friends. Please. We need each other in this fight against what's ahead. There's innumerable dangers. And we will face them, and we will come out. We will prevail if we stand together. I trust the power that you have, that you all have, that you have your strengths. And I did some thinking, Markov, after our conversation about rephrasing things, separating magic from what it is that we do with the divine, and about how evil a lot of fucking casters you've come across have been. And I think a lot of that is due to fear, but what matters most is what we do with that fear. Fear is wise. We feel it instinctually. We learn it through experience too, but what we do with that is what matters most.
Let's fetch Alcott. I must think.
You guys head below decks?
I will.
Oh God!
You don't hear a response, but you do.
Oh, God!
You do hear frantic footsteps from below deck, and when you all go down, you see Alcott he has his spellbook out and the other spellbook in each hand, and he's looking at the damage on the ship. He runs back to a table that he's shoddily put together with some pieces of wood that were laying around, and he's quickly scrawling notes. Like, it looks like he's writing out an entire attack plan as to what he wishes to do. Goodness. Morning. I've been up for a small amount of time preparing as much as I could. I have to prepare my spells in the morning. I don't get as much sleep as probably you all did.
I don't think you got any sleep. You look wild-eyed.
It was a long night.
I see.
Are you quite all right?
You
It,
do see, like, while the three of you look refreshed, he looks haggard.
You
There are
also,
dark circles.
my
in his
eyes are very red, from as if he had been crying a lot.
Yeah. I can roll a sense motive, even though I'm not sure it's necessarily needed. Alcott, what racked your visions in the night? You did not rest well.
No. Things. Don't worry about it. We must work with haste.
Well, we've all seen things last night. Would you like to share yours?
We have 4 days.
What? Yes. That's why we have a plan.
Cade, I appreciate what you have done for the group, but you have been a waste of time. You flippantly jump around and throw coins at women. I appreciate all of what you have done, but we have an opportunity here to capitalize on something for once.
Oh God.
Well, sir.
My family,
Or should I call you sir?
my family will be dead in 4 days. Potentially less. If their tempers rise. We need to move. We have the time, we have the means.
I stomp upstairs, because I'm mad.
I appreciate you, Cade. Sorry, that was mean.
I'm going to take a seat on the crate nearby and kind of saddle here, hands together.
Listen, I learned a spell from the book that allows me to repair those holes perfectly. Can do it in one. We can then unmoor the ship, bring it out, moor it again, and do what we seek to do. I have a couple ideas on the safest ways to do so. A couple. All of them are plan B, C, D, whatever you want to say, because it's all going to break loose when we get down there. Nothing will be exactly as planned. I think we can do it.
I'm upstairs.
I think it's possible. It's dangerous, but I need to face the danger for once.
Oh God.
Are you scared?
Yes.
Good. It'll fuel your courage, because where we're going, the gods can't really help us. I'm going to say that I need some time, and I can figure out where this Kraken may be.
Yes, if you could do that for me this morning, as quick as possible, that would be amazing. Hida. Yes, sorry.
Are you quite all right?
Can I confide in you?
Yes.
I wait for...
Yeah, no, I
Markov to
walk
leave.
off.
No. I had a nightmare last night. I saw visions of my father's flayed body. Visions of my mother and sister dragged out from the manor. It was difficult. I am emboldened by the braveness of a man that you never got to meet. The man whose my sword is now named after. A brave man, my brother, Roderick. I regret that you never got to meet him. He was a good one. Kind, caring, but most importantly, brave. He would be good here.
Oh God. You have the same traits as your brother. You're kind, you're good, you're caring. You have helped me and everyone else innumerable times. And you're brave. You stood against Ixen. He's terrifying. And we lost a friend.
I wasn't good enough.
Neither was I. But all we can do is do our best. Keep fighting against the darkness.
Maybe you're right. Roderick did not pass that long ago. He is actually what emboldened me to meet you all at Hook Mountain. I seek to be like him. I was, and can be, quite vain with my magic. I realized that last night I was a bit out of turn with what I did with the gulls. That's how I was raised by my mother and father. Roderick was different. I wish to be more like him, and I think, as you have said, that I have been doing good at that. I have my moments of weakness,
We all do.
but here is a time for me to be just like Roderick.
I think you can do that.
Would you like to hear my plan?
I would love to hear your plan.
Okay. This cloak allows me to fly.
Right?
We go high above the sea,
Right.
above, out of the Kraken's reach, and we carry something heavy, the two of us.
All right.
I'm certain your armor will be enough for you. Perhaps my shield and sword can be enough for me, but something to get us down quickly. I am worried about the effects that will have on our bodies, but I do have access now to a spell that can cure that. We will then... You will make us both invisible as possible when one can be moving through the water, and we will get to the bottom of the ocean.
All right.
I will pre-create a sphere of clay, and I will cast stone shape around the treasure chest, the artifacts, you and I. We will hide there. I will make it look as realistic to the rock as possible, as quiet as possible, and get us enough time to gather what we need in place, teleport out.
That seems a good plan.
If the plan of the weight doesn't seem to work, I can always use Dimension Door to get us directly to the bottom very quickly. That is significantly more dangerous to our health, as I can guess. But I am currently willing to weigh that risk.
There's something more you need to know. Saturday came to me last night in my sleep. She spoke to me. There's more than just gold there.
I overheard little bits through the deck, yes. That is good. I knew that Caden didn't send us here for no reason.
He is mysterious in the ways he works, but
He is.
he is good.
I read a lot of funny stories about him as a young child. He was one of my favorites. We have a chance, Yida.
And not just to help your family, but to help everyone.
Especially with these artifacts. This could change the tide of the battle we have been fighting. The shield, now this. We are being pushed. Shoved.
They are not subtle, the gods.
My grandfather sailed the ship. Crashed and sunk into the ocean. Yes.
But he ended up right where he was meant to be. Oddly enough.
Oddly enough. Now we are back here,
Washing the sea.
with the Finch guiding us in his footsteps. Perhaps on a different ocean, but an ocean nonetheless. Yes, I'm going to get to work on healing the ship. You should get to work on scrying on the Brother Seven if you so choose. I imagine you have prepared that. If there is anything else you can do.
I will not scry,
Okay.
because it's either that or I cast the invisibility
Yes,
spell.
let's better prepare that.
But before I go, because it looks like you've had a rough night,
Indeed.
if he will allow, she'll kind of come and try to give him a hug.
Oh, absolutely.
And so she just...
And the
him a
moment
big hug.
you touch him, he just bursts into tears and shoves his face into your shoulder.
But
Not quite there yet.
But yeah, so... And she'll let him get it all out, and then she'll kind of give him just a pat on the back and say, you do what you need to do, and when you're ready, I'll be up top.
Thank you.
And she goes up.
bravo, well done. So, Thomas, for the camera angles that we have here, your hat does obscure your face a ton, and I didn't want to interrupt you in the
But
middle of that.
Alcott's so
Mine
moody
is,
and
mine is
sad.
far and
You're actually. I was worried about that.
yeah,
'cause
it, like there were so many times I was looking.
the
at the
camera angles can be kind of low.
Yeah,
in the
because
face.
the way these. Yeah, go ahead.
What did you say I was, Cade, when I came down? A waste?
A
waste of
I said you
time.
can be a waste of
Okay.
time. I did not
Yeah.
say you are a waste.
That's okay.
All right.
That's
You
okay.
came up deck, right?
Yes.
All right. So
I'm-
as these two are discussing, you see Kate stomping atop the deck.
I'm stomping. I'm like, a waste! A waste!
Okay.
Oh, Alcott! Oh my goodness! All I've done for him, I'm just pounding.
Cade,
My dice.
What do you want?
Deal with that now.
nothing. Perhaps
We're
to
having this
console
nice
you.
moment, and there's
Listen, blue bloods like that, they expect other people to just do. They expect them to treat them as the center of attention. And,
A waste! He called me a waste!
well, that's because he's valuing you at something. Here's the thing.
He thinks he's done everything!
Yes, I agree.
I take a swig of rum. I need to cool down. I need to calm down. Only rum will help this situation.
Would a waste have their own ship?
No! Tell him that!
Would a waste have their own loyal crew?
Or their own god? He doesn't. No! No!
God.
A waste. A waste!
Now, all of my insulting aside, you have to understand the boy. He's under a lot of
The boy.
duress.
Yeah, boy. That's what he is. A little boy. A little sulky boy.
Sulking, indeed. He's under a lot of duress.
Aren't we all?
Certainly. Yet he,
Oh, his feelings are better than all of ours.
well, certainly I imagine he feels like that. But people can be that way when they get in such manic states. They act so incoherent.
Oh, incoherent. Hear ye, hear ye.
But if you still consider him a friend, I would
Well,
say
that just went down.
I can imagine so. I would say give him the space, and perhaps
We don't have a lot of time for space. Didn't he say, hey, my family's gonna die in like 4 days?
he certainly did. You know, I don't know how to console you. I'll be honest.
I can't be consoled right now. I'm mad. I'm madder than a goblin. 2 goblins and I got killed. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess right now. Parley's dead. Everybody's dead. Now he calls me a waste. He's a waste.
Well, you know what? Put all that I said to the side. I don't know how to stop duress. I only know how to cause it. But,
Well, you've done quite well.
well, it's practice. You have to in my line of work. What I'm going to suggest to you, though, is that anger you feel, let it fuel your actions in this case, and drive your sword to the heart of the Kraken, which hopefully we won't have to fight, but let it be a motivator rather than cloud your mind.
Let's go kill a kraken!
Maybe not. Let it be a motivator. I can
Kate
tell.
is my favorite character.
Kate, what do you think I feel at all these awful things that lurk in the woods?
Lurking everywhere.
Hatred and contempt.
Hatred and contempt. Krakens and elder krakens. Hatred and contempt.
Do you think I walk around sulking and stomping on the deck of my ship? You're a captain, for God's sake.
I'm not sulking. I'm angry.
Show some leadership to the remainder of your crew.
You
If
look around,
that-
you see the men are all quivering behind the steps and behind the masts.
If
Stab us.
They've already seen what Cade's rage does. That they're
At least give them that, right?
Huzzah!
Right.
Well, I disagree and agree with you so much. It's like up and down, like the waves of the sea, tossed to and fro.
I wish you the best. I think I must be with my scriptures.
I love Markov's backhanded attempt to defend Alcott very slightly in his actions. Oh, that was good.
All right, party. So you have all had these engagements. Now what's happening?
Okay, so Irda was coming up decks.
I'm plugging the holes of the ship.
All right, so you plug the holes of the ship.
I say Sana Novice, and I take my hands together and as an action, like kind of a motion for each various little hole I can find. I reach my hands forward and plug each hole as I cast that spell.
You cast it, and yes, for the first time, you feel, as you cast the spell, it's as though you make connection with the fibers of the wood, and it's less casting a spell than it is almost just soothing You just feel yourself, the wood itself seems alive to you, and you move your hands slowly across the wood, and you see the fibers of their own volition just seem to grow together. You have not artificed something from nothing. You have grown something within the wood itself to heal itself. And when you're finished, it's smooth and finished as though it was the original plank of the ship.
So, would I feel anything like oneness with my ship as this happened?
The pirate's in.
No. I'm sorry.
The Gandhi
Okay.
of ships.
No, I'm sorry.
Rats.
I think it's time for me to try and cast Find Quarry. I'll gather my bowl and my leaf with a little bit of water from a water skin and recite from scripture, "May the truth, like a lead, be the guide to what you seek." And we will meditate on that through the casting. It is instantaneous.
Right.
And provided I can use my advantage, you said there was a roll.
You can.
Let's see what we can do. Two of the exact same result, actually. A 9.
Tick was
Two
it?
9s
Yeah.
plus.
Was 18.
What are we looking for?
So you were going to use the same monster like
Monster plus 12.
plus 12. All right. 21. You're not familiar enough with it. Total of 21. You sense, you know the creature is out there, but you don't discern anything more valuable than what came from the map.
Okay, well, take the leaf, put it away.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
As a DM, my heart hurts because it was really cool. But no.
yeah, no, I mean, Iomade gave me the warning. Yeah, I'm gonna walk down deck, boots hitting the wood.
You see Alcott taking his time healing the ship.
As I drink rum, does it calm me down enough to get my senses back?
Yeah, I mean that's a roleplay choice for you.
Okay.
Because I did not afflict you with something. You chose to roleplay it that way, and I think you know when you drink this rum from Caden Kalian, it does give you a sense of warmth and peace. So if you wish to, absolutely.
Okay.
And you know, and also Markov said some words that kind of were attenuating
Okay.
to your
Yeah,
anger.
that's why I was like,
I did as I promised, and as I had predicted, I cannot ascertain the location of the Kraken. It seems as though Iomade's will cannot reach into the waves, as I thought.
That is fine. I have contingencies for this.
I imagine you would. By the way, I understand you are under a timetable. Don't destroy your support while it's here. I would spend the time, the little that you have left, settling your accounts with people that you have scorned, such as Cade. He was nearly inconsolable, and I didn't sign up to be a counselor for the group.
You're...
Yes.
Markov, you're right. That was rash and irresponsible. I'll head up.
So be it. I must continue to think on scripture.
John, how long does it take me to cast Find Familiar?
Oh, find familiar.
Yeah, if you could,
yeah, that is a longer casting. Hang on
Cool,
here. I
cool.
believe that's a full day.
A full day?
Let me double check here.
find it later.
Perhaps I don't have.
Yeah, it can be. It depends, but it can be up to 24 hours.
Oh, for it to actually get here. Essentially,
Right,
send out a
exactly.
magic pulse.
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
Comes back. I'll
By the way,
head
just
up
a quick pause. Thank you, Lawful Stupid, for the raid. 44 folks coming in. Our great friends over there at Lawful Stupid.
Wow,
we've
that's a
got
big raid.
no. It's a.
Thank you all.
They pop in very often on Sunday afternoons. We appreciate that, and we're gonna have a giveaway. We've not even had our break yet. Hey, thank you, Adam Jr. 79. The 5 gift subs from Jade. Jade, you are the man, my friend. So much appreciated, and I've told all of my folks check out that channel. I know I've seen some of my own players and viewers lurking and subbing and just real partners with us here in Twitchland.
Stress me out. I chopped off all my nails. I plucked them all off.
You all that just popped in, you missed some pretty heavy role play throughout the day. There were visitations, there were nightmares, there's been conflict, and now the party stands on the precipice of a very important decision, and there is not unity among them. We're going to have a break here in a second because we've not had one yet today. And
Why break? We're almost done.
It'll be because I still haven't been out of this room and haven't gone.
And he needs a break.
Yet. I need a quick break. But we're going to do that here in just a moment. And we've got another giveaway we're going to do today. And we've been giving away a few of these for the month of October. An Overgord print. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This Overgord print from the Mike Disney. By the way, if you haven't seen it, the Overgords are blowing up on Instagram. Every time I'm on Instagram, I see some other new artist that is painting an Overgord. That Overgord premiered here on Blue Box on a stream for Virtual Greyhawk Con. Did basically a TPK on a party. One guy ran away. Bravely ran away. But we're going to give away this Overgord when we come after the break. And yes, this goes, doesn't matter where you live in the world. Be ye in the Netherlands and Bangladesh.
In Myanmar.
Be in where? Dubai, London, wherever you live. We will ship this to you.
We've sent stuff to Iceland.
Yes,
Last
Iceland.
way to
On the island from
England.
Lost.
Yes, exactly.
We'll get it there.
Exactly.
Somehow.
So, we'll do
Message
that
in a
giveaway
bottle.
shortly after the break. All right, so, party, what are you doing?
I'm walking upstairs.
Well,
and
and I'm
you're to
cooling
beat
myself
me
up.
upstairs.
Yeah,
but-
I was already
Yours up there.
headed up.
Flip my jacket. I'm better than this. And I walk downstairs.
Oh.
Apparently, I came
You
up
run
and
into
everybody
Irda.
went down.
You see Irda coming up the stairs as you're going down the stairs.
It's later at this
Oh.
point. We kind of did a little
Y'all
bit
had
of
your
weird time stuff.
conversation
Oh, yeah.
while we were having our conversation,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
and now
later.
I'm coming upstairs.
I pass you. I gotta go speak to Alcott. And I walk downstairs.
All right.
Alcott, as you're going through your preparations and you're finishing the weaving of the wood back together, you hear footsteps that you recognize as Cade's coming up beside you.
Just like an upset kid stomping loudly to get attention.
Alcott!
Alcott just stops midway through the casting and... Yes, Cade.
I, being captain, am a bigger man than ye.
You are.
Great way to start out that
Yep.
communication.
I'm way better than you.
I'm way better than you.
I, with the gracious help of Caden Kalian, will forgive you for the words that you spoke unto me.
Thank you. I want you to know that I regret everything that I said.
Oh,
You may do some interesting things sometimes that are a bit unorthodox and sometimes don't work, but
I keep it exciting.
you bring much needed levity
Thank
to my
you.
life. If you weren't here, I don't know emotionally where I would be at. And I will not forget the amazing deeds you have done.
All I have to tell you, will you listen to me? I was so excited to tell ya.
Let me know.
So, you know, when I got on the mast last night,
Yes.
and I spied with my spyglass and drunk a swig of rum and talked to me God.
Sure.
But when I went down into the sleeping quarters, I got a visage.
All right.
There's a vision message. It's a massage.
Of Caden Kalian. He came to me. And you know what he said? He said, the Kraken will destroy my ship. Destroy it. Splinter it apart. Crack, crack, crack. But he said the only way to get the treasure, which has more than gold, way more than we need, has a sword for me. Gold for you, sword for me. See how we do this?
Yes.
Okay.
Your point.
The only way is to take me ship, and he will cast a blessing with my word.
Did he
One
mention-
day, and the ship will go through the Kraken unharmed. Now, he didn't promise our lives, but he did promise the Kraken will not be splintered to bits and pieces.
The ship.
The ship. What did I say?
You said the Kraken.
Oh, the
But
ship.
it's fine. I understood your meaning.
I'm so excited. You kind of deflated me.
No, you're good. Apologies. Interesting. Well, I mean, Caden led us here. Let's hope that he's not tricking us on this. He's a good.
He's a good god.
I know. He
Good God, man, he's a good god.
He wouldn't lead us into a trap.
Of course not.
I don't think he would lead us here to destroy us.
No.
He gave us a map with your little birdie finch on it.
Yes,
He's here to help us.
I do not take that sign lightly. Interesting. I initially had no plans to take the ship anywhere near the Kraken.
Neither did I.
Perhaps if the ship is destined to survive,
With your magic hands.
we could. I have magic hands. Perhaps we could use it as a bit of a diversion. Lure the Kraken away from its treasures. Irda and I go to retrieve them. If it is destined to survive.
It is.
Again, that does not mean you are.
No. But. Let's hope. I do survive.
How far away is the chest from here, from what I can tell?
As I said, it was about 10 miles
10 miles.
offshore.
That's a easy.
Oh, yeah, well, especially...
Very
yeah,
easy.
Yeah. If the ship is in no way damaged, which you have finished the small repairs breached in the whole
This is not
front.
something that will take multiple days to do, is what
No,
I'm
no,
asking.
no.
Easily within one day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of just a few hours.
So if the
handle
ship is
those.
destined to survive, we go out, we get the thing, we bring it back where the Kraken cannot fit, by land.
Maybe we'll give that Kraken a whack. I sang that song before, but maybe it'll happen.
You are progressively beginning to get more and more entertaining.
Practice. I tell ya, makes perfect.
It does. That is not some random saying.
Takade say.
You know I didn't just start doing magic one day, right?
I guess not.
To do magic, Cade, takes practice.
Well,
Learning.
then you're getting very good. That wine was
My-
superb until my rum came along.
My point in being is
From me God.
there are many people who have the ability to sing that can also do magic. You might know one.
A weirda.
Yes, Irda.
It'd be cool if I could have some magic. Think of the things I could do with magic hands.
I think you might appreciate some fireworks of your own.
Oh my gosh! That would be amazing. Okay. Well,
I dearly apologize for the things I have said.
I forgive you, friend.
Thank you. Let's
be united.
let's
The only way we can fight this Kraken
together.
is together. One for all. All for one. Sorry.
In terms of the gold, in this case specifically, yes.
Right, so party again. I ask you, what do you do?
Well, what are you doing? Because you haven't done anything other than talk with me downstairs.
I went upstairs and everyone went back downstairs. I was like, oh, okay. So she just kind of walks around and actually speaks with the crew a bit because she has sailed with them previously. Or at least Sully being
Sully,
the remaining,
yeah.
so she'll see how Sully's doing.
Yeah, you find them quivering as this argument is happening, and Sully, you've noticed the same thing. He's clearly got deep compunction over what happened and feels bad, and as he sees you come walking over, Lady Ada, I don't want to make Cade. I don't want any more of his rage. I saw what he did. He's angrier than he used to be.
He's been through a lot. I don't know if you remember Ixen very well. He sailed with us before.
The weird fellow.
The one that smelled funny.
All
Yes.
the time, yes.
He's
Always filling you with newts and whatnot.
and other things unspeakable. Anyway, he sort of went super evil and betrayed everyone, and then there was a lot of really bad things that happened because of him, and kids and I and the rest of everybody have been dealing with that, so a little bit of frustration and you know, rage happens, but something was said and it was not taken well, and as things are sometimes, I'm hoping that they will figure out their differences.
Well, I promise I'm a loyal man, and I'll continue to be good on the ship. Just don't let Kate jab me with no dagger, please.
Of course. If it weren't for that slippery spot yesterday, I would have been able to stop him from jabbing that other fellow. But unfortunately, that's the nature of battle. But I know you are loyal. I have seen you prove it time and time again.
Thank you. I'm a good man, and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it again and again and again.
I mean, you came back after Kate threw himself in a fire. That's like...
It was always Kate's way. Never really minded it much, but
He threw himself into a fire before that incident?
well, at least twice.
All right.
Markov, what are you doing?
Oh, that was good.
After doing a good amount of scriptural study away from the group, reapplying the purity seal and the paper onto castigation, the crossbow, I'll return to the group and plotted footsteps down. I'm gonna hands to my side. Alcott, I think I would like to know what this plan of yours is. You keep mentioning DC.
Is everybody together now?
contingencies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're all below decks. The sound of the waves still out there, but you know, less clear than when you're on the deck.
And
And you hear Markov prompt Alcott for his plan.
my eyes just look very, very judgmentally, sizing up you and the plan you're about to say.
I mentioned some parts of it earlier. Cade, I didn't get the chance to fully mention it to you. However, after some changes, according to what Cade has told me, the plan might be a bit different. According to Cade, Kalian has guaranteed the ship comes under no harm today. And Alcott studies the two more godly folks in the room to see what their reaction to that is.
Unfazed.
All right. Because of that, I had the thought we could use a pretty nice distraction, you and I, getting down there.
All right.
An unharmed ship is a pretty good one.
Indeed.
So, Cade sails out, makes a big fuss, gets the Kraken over here, fights it, potentially kills it. Probably not. We have 3 crew members and not a lot of capabilities, but a distraction nonetheless. I improve the ship's speed so that when Irda and I return, we can make a swift exit. Our attempts to get down there are either, we do it invisibly, of course, by Irda's hand. We do it either by weight, sinking, or by teleportation using visual line of my magics to the chest. I can then give us a safeguard of stone around us, at least a temporary hold away from this thing, assuming we were not able to distract it. We then teleport out, back on the ship, and leave.
How fast does a Kraken swim?
I would have to imagine very. Do you know the answer to that?
There's a good question. Would I have recalled the answer to that?
I mean, you don't have a specific rate of travel, but you do know they're very rapid through the sea, and they have the ability to have bursts of speed in the sea.
I mean, obviously they're able to chase ships. The ship without any kind of help would fall victim easily. Would the ship at the quickened pace that you are suggesting outrun it? I couldn't tell you. Yet another gamble for the Devereaux family.
Listen, this is a easily single-day, half-day venture. If we can get out and get back to shore, it certainly won't be able to get us here. It hasn't come to the ship now. Why would it come here?
If the ship is so divinely blessed, then why is there a need for any kind of distraction? Why not sail the ship all the way over? Caden Kalian has pronounced it to be under his protection.
The Kraken can still kill us.
They're not blessed.
The ship might be fine at the end of the day, but we could all be in its mouth.
So, you two, with the ability to
Fly.
teleport and fly, will leave Caden and the rest of the crew on the ship to whatever devices the Kraken will deploy on them.
Yes, and according to the subtext of what you have just said, where does that leave you?
I've been thinking about this. Iomade spoke to me clearly. Iomade said this was folly. But she did not say that it was a divine order to leave you all to die, and she did not say I could not go. Perhaps this is folly, but then I would be a fool. I did not take the paladin's vows. I've said that, but I took my own when I took on this profession, and that was to save fools like you from meeting their own death that they can't help because they're just too curious. So yes, I will help, because unlike what you may think of me, I don't want you to die. You are just like every villager I have come across in needing of help.
I will take that on the chin. Thank you. Markov, I do not think ill of you. Misguided at times, sure. We can all be. You're a good man. And I thank you for all that you've done, including helping us slay the dragon when you showed up at the fort.
Well, thank you. That is kind words that I've not encountered often. I would ask, this is not coercion, this is from a professional to professional, that should we survive, that I would ask you to help me get access to the Stone of the Seer. There is much research that I must do inside.
You want into the stone?
Not to do what you do, but I must study these rune wells that have been set. If the Runelords are back, the rune wells are the source of the ritual to get their power back. This is a diversion while necessary to save your family.
Not only that, recover artifacts that can help us.
Yes, of course. The artifacts, yes. That is what is guiding the Runelords. So yes, I will be joining you. I will not allow all of Varizia to descend into chaos because I was a coward.
Not just Varizia, Golorian.
Yes, that.
2.
Did you know that while I was in college, I spent multiple nights, up until the wee hours of the morning, reading?
I can believe it.
Don't
Yes.
doubt it.
Yes.
Not because I had assignments,
But for fun,
but for fun.
Wow.
I am shaken.
Shaken.
Do you know what I do for fun?
I do
I
not.
definitely don't
Oh,
read for fun.
it is news to you, I don't doubt. I would very much like to get you there and to help.
Good. This is great. Should we survive, then that will
And
be
we
what do.
shall.
I will still give this ship and all those
You
inhabitants.
told me to have confidence, did you not?
I did.
And confidence I have.
Yes. I'm not looking forward to this. The last time I rode a boat was on my way.
It's not a boat.
A ship. Thank you, Cade.
I mean, he could have potentially been on a boat the other time.
No,
And guess what happened?
it
He had a bad time on a boat.
It
Now
would've-
he's on a ship.
It would have been a ship.
All right.
Was when I was sent from Corsica to Magnamar. And I did not enjoy the journey. So perhaps if you have a tonic to help a weak stomach, I will need
Tonic,
it.
you ask? I have a tonic.
I will not touch that.
How many barrels of rum do I have?
Left?
Oh, no, yeah, in the ship, there were, you had what you carried with you, and Blackbeard had brought some with him as well. So there were 3 barrels stored beneath the ship.
But you
Only
did
3?
tell me in my scrying that most of it had
lot.
been consumed.
Okay.
Most of what you could see above, like you
Okay.
saw like empty flagons and
Within the hold,
steins,
yeah.
and but they have
I only
some
have.
down
Do
below.
I have extra barrels anywhere on
Like
the ship?
empty barrels. Well, they're empty barrels, yeah.
Because some
Yeah,
of
there
it
were
was,
many that were.
they were partying.
Yeah, they
Are
were
you wanting to
partying.
turn salt water into rum?
Can I fill the barrels with water and like stir my cup in there and make it into rum? Just because what if? Oh, easy. Is it possible that I could use the rum as a weapon against the Kraken?
How many times has Cade tried to use rum as a weapon?
Okay.
But
Are
if,
you saying this
if
out
he
loud?
swallows,
Alcott
saying
would
this out
also
loud?
say
no,
something.
this is a OC.
Okay.
It's all OC.
Because I know I've tried to use rum as a weapon, but I think this is a good one because now I have God rum.
I have an answer for this.
If I throw it into the Kraken's mouth, like let's say it's a distraction and he's coming at me full speed, I throw it in there.
Drunk.
Drunk. And then he's like in the sea. This is my thought.
Oh, I thought you wanted to blow it up.
No, I want to
Great.
make him drunk.
I love this plan.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Well, we'll
You
try
can
it.
certainly try.
I'm gonna fill all the barrels
That's definitely
with
the
rum. Thank you.
4.
How many barrels do I have?
Well, I said there were 3 below decks, which are full. There are 4 above decks, which are empty
We fill them all
with seawater.
with seawater,
Okay.
and then I use my God cup, and then I just do this a bunch of times in there, and then I taste it to make sure.
And as Cade fills the barrels with rum, as Alcott bites nails over the impending demise of his family, as Markov recognizes the folly but refuses to abandon his comrades, although in the most backhanded manner possible, and as
rolls.
sure.
Irda has uttered profound prayers to her goddess this evening, and the party contemplates setting off on what might indeed be a fool's errand or a turn in the tide of this great war. That is where Blue Box will end tonight. I thought we would end somewhere else, but the party I can't push quite forward well enough. So you guys have,
I mean, we got to make a plan.
I know,
and,
no,
like,
I
everyone
like it.
doesn't
No,
want
it
to
was
do
great.
it.
It was great, and you had multiple plans. But it's 4:10, and we're going to do our giveaway now because I promised the people that were with us that we would do a giveaway, but your DM has not had a break.
You
I'm
need
gonna
a break.
Run upstairs. I'm going to turn the air on down here. I'm going to use the restroom, and you guys are going to entertain the fans.
I refuse.
3 to 5 minutes.
You can't make me be entertaining.
Dang it. Dance, monkey.
Done. Bravo. Oh, you guys were
Yeah,
amazing.
that was some of my favorite RP I've ever done in any D&D game.
Yeah.
Thus far.
It was fun.
Really, really fun. Cause I got to
There was layers.
individually RP with all y'all.
I know.
It was really good.
And it just showed such a the very obvious difference between the
The
characters.
Kraken's immune to poison.
Yeah, all of us have a. Well, I like it because
But
John
is rum poison?
very strictly
Yes.
pointed
Yes.
out the difference between
Alcohol
us.
is poison.
Yeah. It's immune. Its body just works different.
It's simply built
It's
different.
built different. I like it because John highlighted the differences on our characters when he brought us down individually to have those whatever kind of visions each of us had. They were all very different. Yours was very apprehensive and questioning and cautious. Yours was throw caution to the wind and go because you're gonna be fine. Yours was but you might be all right. And mine was
So, what is a good way to kill the Kraken? Like, could I
Don't.
See, now here's the thing.
Do not.
There is no good way to kill a Kraken.
But I
You
can't-
didn't even kill the last Kraken you saw. You just scared it away.
So
Using
what
my
can I do
Sonic-
with it? I really thought rum was a good idea.
These things are not. This is an elder Kraken.
So what are we gonna do?
Distract it and run.
Yes. Best case.
Yep.
Or don't see it and just get there and come back.
Which is the original plan. Distract Hit and Run is a good one, though. Although you could, if I do improve the speed of the ship, you could outrun it the entire time as the distraction, never getting its tentacles onto you.
Do that. Do that.
The last thought that I have
Last 11 hours.
is Blackbeard got there without getting killed by the Kraken.
Did he get there?
That's where he put his king's ransom, didn't he?
No. This
He
isn't his
knew
treasure.
about
He
it.
knows of this treasure.
Okay, all right. I was
Yeah.
about to say, if he got there somehow, then
And he also could have scouted it out once before and then come back here, and then the Kraken showed up to take the treasure. We don't know. We don't know exactly what's happened, but we do know that he knows there's a Kraken there. He also knows that there is some sort of, one thing to remember, lots of fog and mist around this area.
Right.
According to the map, he drew squiggles showing fog. So it could be harder.
What about fire? What about Krakens and fire?
It's not immune to fire. It's immune to cold.
it's
was the
immune.
thing.
It's
Your
immune
cold,
to cold,
electricity.
poison, mind effects, any mind
Yeah,
effects.
we can't charm
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Electricity.
We need oil.
It's resistant to.
What
Then
if
I
I
might
poured
change-
oil
Fear is mind affecting. I won't
on
prepare
the
that.
ocean?
There's no reason for me to prepare that.
Rum cause a big explosion.
Okay, so here's the thing. Rum is not flammable. Rum fumes, alcohol fumes
flammable.
are the flammable part.
Yeah.
It's when it's very slim, it's shallow, it gives
but
off
if I
fumes
pour
and that becomes
oil?
flammable. Do you have a lot of oil
I
ready
don't
to go?
know.
Yeah. You have a lot of rum, but that doesn't necessarily mean
No,
it's
I know.
flammable. Yeah, I mean, fire is great. That might scare it away, but
I'll just give me speed.
we'll do what we
But
can.
here's the thing, right? The again, just the dull pragmatist. If the Kraken's there, you come back with the treasure,
yeah.
right, onto the ship,
Yeah.
and you want to teleport us away.
Ship's fast. No, I teleport Irda and I onto the ship. We get the ship back to land securely.
But if the Kraken's, we're banking on the fact that the ship can outrun the.
We are
Kraken.
banking on the fact that the ship can outrun the Kraken.
I
Okay, we're not just banking on that.
Can anybody
We're
make
banking on a
oil?
lot.
Can anybody make oil?
No.
Do I have oil on the ship?
I might have a small flagon of oil on me.
You know.
Shouldn't I have oil for cooking?
Well, yeah, I mean, they
If-
would have
but
had,
that's
like,
cooking oil, that's
coal
not like
and
lighting
different,
oil.
Yeah.
If the idea is that we're
'Cause it
to
burns
get
at a
the
really-
treasure,
I'm gonna give you a
irrespective
10%
of the
chance
ship,
on that.
Oh man.
Just send the ship out with the sails,
No.
without anybody on it.
Agreed.
And
Cade's
then-
not going to let that happen. He's saying to use the ship as not only bait, but as a martyr, as a sacrifice.
Well,
With
no,
no one on it?
the ship's protected.
for one day.
For
oh,
one
you know
day.
what? For one day, but maybe the Kraken will get bored.
You want to send a ship out with no one on it in one direction, hoping that you can find it later?
No, I'll be on it.
You'll be on it alone.
Okay.
Well,
Or with a skeleton crew.
doesn't somebody have to be
I
guiding
mean, somebody
it?
does.
All right,
So,
you guys,
yes.
you guys can do some more planning also during the week. Pop it in the Discord. So if you're not in our Discord,
Yeah, we should
But we
make
could
a,
do
a
RP.
channel. We should make an RP channel chat and.
don't we have
do-
one?
Yeah, we
yeah,
do
but we'll
have
just
one.
rename it. We'll get the fox, not the foxglove. Well, I think it is.
It's
currently
just
foxglove.
Runelords
We have a
RP, I think.
Runelords RP chat.
No, we have Magnamar and Fort Von Frost.
We'll just rename one.
Yeah, just rename one. All right, so you can continue this dialogue during the week, but let's go ahead and do our giveaway.
Yes.
Let's
I'll
do our
rename.
stream MVP. Yes, we're giving away this Mike Disney Overgored print. This thing is over gorgeous,
Ayo.
and this is all the rage on Instagram. People are painting this guy. You're going to see him all around Halloween. Well, I'm not going to say it. I have an idea. We'll see if it works. So anyway,
I swear
thank
if you
you
drop
to
him into our
the
campaign.
ever mysterious Tim, the author of the Sea Mage. I love the Sea Mage. It is such a cool class, Tim. Well done. And thank you so much for that. Let's go to each of you and say why you should be Stream MVP.
Oh.
And then we'll do who your giveaway is assigned to. And let's start off. Yeah, I've got the air turned on.
Piggy Pot, you haven't got. I thought I mailed that off. Did he win? Oh, he won again. I didn't mail
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
off
yeah,
this
yeah.
week. Did
No,
he win that last week?
Yeah, like the last, like anything that's won in the last 10 days has not been shipped out yet, but it will. We keep everything.
Yep.
You've seen knockoffs of the mini already? You know what? I think I did too, actually. Yes, I've seen that too. We should
Do capitals matter
cast a pox on them.
What?
when they're doing the
all
work?
right.
It
So-
shouldn't with the.
Great.
Why should you be Stream MVP?
Alcott should be Stream MVP for discovering the Robe of Flight at the end of the last session, bring that into this one. reading through the book and discovering a lot of spells that would fix the ship, including one that did explicitly fix the ship and then doing so. Having some very intense and unique RP with each individual other member of the party, based around, what's going on, how they're reacting to him, and, keeping the goal rather steady and bringing it up all the time. That, family's dead in 4 days. Let's stay focused and get this done because we have a chance
even
here.
worse than that, last remaining member of his family is dead in 4
Yes.
days. Yeah.
Remembers his mother and sister.
Right.
But, obviously getting way out of his comfort zone, bringing up some light of some stuff in his backstory about his deceased brother, who we never got to meet, who, has informed a lot of his current character. He used to be a very different man, and you're learning about,
And we heard
who
a
he is
little
now.
bit about him at Fort Von Frost for the first time.
Yes.
So this was kind of chapter 2, which was a nice
For
exploration.
the people who have been here for a while, at one point Alcott was cleaning off the dirtied blade, and he kept calling it Roderick. He called the sword Roderick as he was cleaning it, and said that he had to clean it off. And so now we're kind of getting into that more. But also, playing off of the other party members. They obviously realize that Alcott is under a lot of stress, and emboldening him, bringing up in him the good sides that he knows he has but forgets a lot of the time. Alcott is very self-critical, if you haven't picked up on that, and having people around that are like this is really, really great. And yeah, I mean, coming up with the plan to hopefully get this treasure. And it seems like everyone's on board with the plan, so we'll see how it goes. Successful or not, it is a plan.
Tune in next week to see if Alcott's plan works. And
It will. It will.
It should be fun. It should be a lot
John
of fun.
can't say no.
Alcott, you will be rolling for... Ooh, Woden Emrys. Woden Emrys has never been up before.
No,
No.
pop some
Been
message in the
following
chat. Let
since
us know
Say
what you're
hi
doing.
if you're here.
Woden Emrys. I love that name.
That's a fun name,
such
yeah.
a good name. Woden Emrys, please let us know you're still with us. If you are still with us, you are eligible for the win. Just pop in the chat and say, hey, I'm here.
You must be
And
present to win.
While we're, now,
Doesn't mean you won.
And remember, you have not necessarily won yet. It means you're eligible to win. There are going to be 4 potential winners, 1 for each player. They're going to roll off with a D20. Hey, Woden Emrys, congrats.
Follower.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this earlier. We've got an entire stream
Prime sub?
without
No.
asking this very important question.
They have.
If
Prime,
you're
but
watching
it's
right
not
now,
a sub because they would have the.
and you're not a follower. What? If you're a follower and you're not a sub,
No.
Oh, what?
Avast.
might be one of you.
Fast.
Avast? Aghast?
We're on the sea. It's Avast.
One of those.
Yar.
Yar.
If you're a follower and you're not a sub,
Arr.
or if you're if you're a sub whose sub has expired and you have not resubbed,
Ahoy!
we have one question for you in Blue Box. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. We have crazy fun here every single week, and this stream will. Thank you for the sub.
Thanks, Wick.
Thank you, Wick. Oh, Wick, I gotta your glasses. I have those engraved glasses. Those are going to be giveaways here as we get
Yes,
closer
they're
to
awesome.
Christmas. They're wonderful things for giveaways leading up to Christmas for like holidays and whatnot. So I am so thankful for what you sent me, and I have not forgotten. I've got one I drink out of regularly, and I'm going to be using them for giveaways. But yes, thank you so much, and everyone else, if you haven't, give us a follow now. Cade, why should you be Stream MVP?
Huzzah! I should be Stream MVP because I'm Cade.
That's why.
Well, why should I not? I had many a good bard, singing type
Oh yeah, you brought out like 3
songs today. One was not acknowledged, but I'll let that pass.
I acknowledge everything you do.
You did not on that one.
In character.
I'll say. Then I got a visage from my god. Caden Killian. I went atop the mast and I drank and prayed to my god. Then I had a visage from him, and he told me to sail that ship and he would bless it through the Kraken. Hopefully I don't die. Then I went to go tell Alcott to dissed me. I went upstairs and stomped around.
That was clarified in the chat, by the way. He didn't mean you were a waste. He just meant you were wasted.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that is what I meant. Totally. Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter. So I stomped around, took a swig of rum, calmed myself
They're
down,
on.
became a better man than he, and went downstairs to forgive him for his foolish ways. Told him about my God visiting me and my plan to get not only gold for him, but a little bit of a sword for me.
There's always a reason, isn't there?
All right, bravo. Well done, Cade. Another strong day. And Cade, you are going to be rolling for Necromantic DM.
Hey, that's
Necromantic
another one we haven't really
DM.
seen very
Go
much.
here.
No, it's another one we haven't seen often, but I love that username as well. So pop in the chat, let us know you're still with us, as you must be present to win, but I so hope you are present. Just started following us on the 3rd of October, and is a sub as well.
Woo.
And yay, Netric DM is good. Necromantic is good. You're here. All right.
huzzah.
All right, so we got Woden, we got Necromantic. Now, Irda, why should you be stream MVP?
Well, Irda should be stream MVP. Let me think. Back to the very beginning. Oh yeah, helping with cleaning off the deck of the ship, and then mainly her prayer to Sarenrae
So cool.
at the end of the day.
was wonderful.
Reciting through her tenets of her paladinship, and you know, refining that connection over and over again, reminding herself of why she fights and who she fights for. And the RP during the dream, the vision that she had through the night, and you know, taking that information and trying to use it to help bring a bit of unity between the others, you know, trying to remind them that, you know, we're stronger together, and that if, you know, we start fracturing apart, then it's not, we're not going to help anybody. And the RP between Irda and Alcott,
So good.
you know, sensing that he was in need of an ear and also just some comfort in this moment where he clearly was going through some stuff, and was, you know, available to talk to him and, you know, remind him that he's not as inferior to what this vision he has, or this memory he has of his brother, that he is living up to that in a lot of ways that he might not be able to see himself.
That hug, though.
Yeah, you know. And then just in general checking in with with Sully, seeing how he was doing. So yeah, that's why Irda should be stream MVP.
Yeah, no, and look, I think, like all of you players, your excellence has just become so standard and expected. It can be easy to overlook, but it was phenomenal roleplay tonight as well. And thank you very much, Evelyn. All right, so if you have not yet, in the chat, type !GOURD, G-O-U-R-D. That gives you a chance to win this glorious Mike Disney Overgourd print, full color. It is so nice. And you will be rolling for Sam!
Chav Hunter.
Chav Hunter.
Yeah!
Congrats, Sam. You are in the mix for this as well. Now, as I prepare for the final Why You Should Be Stream MVP with Markov, I am reminded of the plaintive cries of one of our viewers. And he's right. When you think about our most consistent viewers, people who not just watch but contribute, play, did Monster of the Week, puts in fan art in the chat, and I've seen him pop in our chat several times. I never win, and he's right. Pat draws never seems to come
It's
up.
really true.
And yeah, and I probably shouldn't, because like if he actually comes up now, it's going to make it look like this thing is totally rigged. But I'm just going to say I'm giving a silent vote of hope for you, Pat Draws.
He's
that
secretly
you
exempt
will be
from the
the one that's, yeah, that you will get.
Please
Because
let
he's
it
in
be
the.
him.
I see you're in the list. You're in the list, my man. All right, why should Markov be stream MVP?
Yeah, I think Markov's a good choice for it because in a lot of the different sessions, the principal antagonist for the session was an aberrant golem maker or the guardian of the shield. In this session, I would say Markov was the chief antagonist for the group in terms of who they were kind of having to combat the whole time, because Markov would not relent in trying to get them to stop. Just do not go. And it was a unique experience for me as a player as well, because basically one character against the group, not in a contrarian, like I just chaotic evil type of way, but a very lawful way of no, don't, like everybody here needs to not do it. So I think that was pretty cool to have him be the chief antagonist, or at least I felt like it.
Yeah.
And then do his normal monster hunting thing of advising on how to deal with the Elder Kraken, help formulate the plan. Remember that we have to eat.
Yeah. I like that. I don't like that you're gonna do this, but if you are gonna do it, here's how I do it.
Let's do it smartly.
Yeah, let's do it smartly. And then the vision with Iomade was a lot of fun, so I think that will lead to more. So that's what I have to offer to the supplicants of Twitch to hopefully consider.
You're
when
supplicating
they
to the supplicants of
I'm
Twitch.
supplicating. There's a lot of supplication going on to consider when voting. Markov is a fun character.
Yeah, so I think that's great, Chandler. And I want to say also, when you talk about being the principal antagonist, you are, but in the sense that as a role player, you are so true to the role, and you are a skeptic. You're a faithful man to Iomade, but you're also skeptical of other points of view and opinions. So making you an antagonist, it felt very organic in this way, and I thought you filled the role perfectly.
And can I also say he still keeps it within game, and by that I mean Markov could have walked off the ship and left, because we're going to basically, in his eyes, our death. Chandler, as a very good player of role-playing games, said, I will do it and still stay with the party because that's what my character is here to do.
Yes.
Like, I don't think good characters are characters that would leave their party.
No, that's exactly right. And I think
Now, there are, of course, moments when that would make sense, but...
I mean, a story, if you're telling a story, you don't want to read a book where one of the characters just like one of the main characters,
peace out.
I'm out.
I'm
yeah,
good.
Han Solo just never comes
Here-
back.
here's
what
some
a horrible
difficulty.
character arc.
Well,
yeah.
but what's interesting is if you listen, I think it's okay for me to say this because you already revealed it in character. There were very different messages. You got no message from your deity.
Nope.
You got something very different. Which
Don't even really have one of those.
Exactly.
So I do actually have a question about that. Are we allowed to watch the VOD?
Well,
Oh,
I
yes,
do for
yes.
the recap, so.
Yeah, and I think they gave you the three of them.
Yeah, we essentially heard what they heard, but
and
I
I
want
think you know, they could probably guess.
They guessed
you had a
what-
horrible
yeah.
nightmare, right?
I mean, I
Well,
straight
he
up
told-
mentioned it
he
to
told
Eardo.
me
this,
yes,
They
yes.
too didn't hear, but you could get it.
But
yeah.
if you come back to like what you had, you were very clear, and Iomade was clear as well. While she felt it was folly, it was not judgment against you to do it, and she, she was very much, you do what you need to do. So you had a polar sort of for message. You had a polar against message. You had a median message. And you had a scared, witless dude, right? So that was what was cast, and purposefully in context with each god.
It's so funny because while you were upstairs and we were on break, almost word for word, I said exactly what you just said. And I love that you did that because it works with how we already play our characters. Because, of course, our gods would give us those messages, or
Right.
in my case, just whatever.
Well, and not normally, but in this case, when you are fighting against risen Runelords, and these are world-altering creatures.
Yeah.
Now gods
Things
are
are-
paying
yeah.
attention.
Things are going to get a little funky.
These are not second-level characters. All right, so thank you, Patrick, Canadian Ancient Gamer. He gives us all these cool Lightning Source reprints, everything from Sword and Sorcery to the old-school D&D stuff. And you...
And he gave one to Woden, so now Woden has advantage on his roll.
That's right,
or her.
Woden. So everybody's a sub so far. And now you will be rolling for...
Give it to
I
Pat.
didn't
Give it to
actually
Pat.
enter it.
Give it to Pat. Give it to Pat.
You can re-roll it if you want. I was
No,
saying
give it
what
back.
people should type in the chat. I wasn't actually trying to enter. I probably should have put quotes around it or something.
I say give it
I
to
don't know
Pat.
how to say it without entering.
It'll still
But
catch
yes,
it.
definitely either re-roll it or I can give it to Pat Draws. Because
Draws,
he's been amazing
are you still with us,
on
Pat
Monster of
Draws?
the Week.
Yeah, that would be appropriate since he is also participating in Monster of the Week. And
He has been a blessing on that. He showed
And
up
it's-
last minute, filled a spot, and he was perfect.
so
Yeah,
it's funny.
he's amazing.
Obviously I didn't game the system.
Ranger
here.
Harley Nightbot Patros has won the giveaway.
Oh
Are
no,
you
Pat.
here,
This is
Pat?
how. Oh, that's happened once before.
Yes, it
Pat.
has.
No, Pat. He's got to stay to the end. Oh, please tell me, Pat. Sorry,
I mean,
please.
he's sometimes busy on Sundays.
I know,
so,
I know.
yeah,
But I
he
can't
might be
like break
gone.
my rule for one and
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't show up in the chat, then
give him a few more seconds. All right, everybody else type exclamation point Gord if you're not in. It looks like we're gonna have to re-roll here.
everybody in chat, quick, @Pat Draws.
Oh, there he is! Driving! Okay, don't type anything else, Pat.
Yes,
Keep
please,
driving.
be safe.
All right, we are good. Let's go. All right, so let's start with you. You have Woden, correct?
No, I have Chav Hunter.
Oh, you have Shadowhunter.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start the.
I have Woden.
I'm gonna
Oh
start
yeah, I
the
was
poll.
like, I'm not rolling for Pat.
Polls up.
Poll is up for
Poll is
Stream
up.
MVP. Please vote for our Stream MVP.
Run for votes. Run for
That
votes. I
is
got
a
plenty.
Magic for
18.
votes.
An 18 to start with.
18. Let's go,
18.
Sam. You got
Solid
an 18.
18.
All right. Now, let's have you roll for Woden, please. We'll just go
Yes, why not?
sequentially.
Why not? A natural 1 and a 6.
Oh,
That's terrible.
golly.
Wow. Hopefully that's not important for
Why
next
do you
week.
dislike our new viewer Woden so much?
Woden, please stay.
Come back. You might get a better shot.
Next
All
week.
right. Rolling in Pat Draws' very own.
Here we
dice
go.
roller.
Oh, rolling in Pat Draw's dice tray. Yes.
Come on.
Wait. Hold on.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah, this is
Okay.
only appropriate since I have the cam here and it is his dice tray. We got to go to the 2 cam. This one. Got it. All right. Whoops. Don't pull the cord out because it will mess it up.
Come on.
Here we go in Pat Draw's dice tray.
Aw,
Oh
bum, bum,
man.
bum, bum,
That's weak.
ba-dum.
All right. Sorry. All right. So we still have the lead.
All right, I am rolling for. Oopsie, I did not write it down.
Do you have necromantic?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Necromantic,
necromantic
yes.
DM.
Nuts. Sorry,
Wow, we had
All
some
right.
really low rolls.
very low.
Sam? You had Shav Hunter, right?
Yep.
Sam,
Shav
congratulations. That is your second win
I
on Blue
know.
Box. Congrats, my friend.
Trust in me.
It just means more that I get to ship all the way over to
Huzzah!
London.
Run for
but I will
votes.
happily do it. Congratulations.
Run for votes.
Still time to vote for Stream
the
MVP. Please
module
vote in the
title?
Stream MVP as we're waiting for the Stream MVP.
What was the module title? I'm trying to.
Oh no, that's not a give. That's not the giveaway.
What was the giveaway?
The giveaway is the Overgord.
Or the
print.
Overlord print?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The module. I was just
Okay.
saying thank you to.
Sorry, I got confused there.
No, it's Ancient Gamer Patrick.
I feel
he
lots
does all
of rum barrels, so I have lots of rum to give away.
He has nothing to give you.
Is it close?
not
Let me
trust
see.
him.
Oh, it's very close.
I
It's
know.
tied up right now.
Very
8 for
close.
Alcott, 8
Sort
for
of thought I had
Cade.
it in the bag, but
3 for Irda, 3
they
for
really
Markov.
like you, don't they?
It's not. Wait.
Oh my!
Now,
Oh, Lord.
I will not pull against him, but just be aware that Cade did win last week. Just throwing that out
very
there.
hard this week.
And he has
Alcott did
several
wrong.
times in a row. Just learn.
Come on, if you're watching right now, there's 69
Come
of you.
on,
Vote
vote
for
for
crying out loud. Vote.
Magic! I can
Top
cast
right-hand
spells
corner.
on you.
He has
4,
magic hands, I tell
3,
you.
You were
2.
telling them to vote for you.
Oh, it's 10-9-1.
He has magic hands.
1.
Oh, there's
Almost
way
done.
more time than
No,
10
I know.
seconds.
I'm just like. Oh,
somebody voted-
thank you,
Oh,
Ren
Ren
Rab.
Rab.
Oh, stop that, Ren Rab. Oh, by the way, yes, I would mention. It's so close.
And it's Ken.
By one vote, Captain
And I had an
Cade Cardle.
advantage that I didn't roll today.
You could just
so.
role play your guts out. It doesn't matter here. Cade
Right.
role plays. And
You can actively cry on camera.
My
Kate gives you
massage.
some ramen, that's all you
All
want.
right,
I know
thank
what
you, all
to
of
do.
you. Stay
I
with us.
bet
We're gonna
you'd
do
I'll
a
jig and
raid.
dance for you next session.
You'd like some.
Kate, absolutely. You brought 3 whole songs out this session.
Yeah.
That's freaking
Sorry.
great.
That did make it tough.
No,
yes.
no. Everyone did amazing this session. That was great. That was a good session.
I'm glad you guys had fun. I had fun. All right,
What
so
if you wanted
raiding
2,000
now.
experience?
And then next
By the way,
session,
last time, if you
we'll
haven't
get
followed
60,000
sub or
experience and
resub,
we kill
please
a
do so. And we're going to
not.
raid Kayla, Time Lord's wife, our good friend. She's playing some D&D tonight. Here we go.
Crackin' whacking
Stay with us.
crew.
Don't forget, Tuesday night,
are.
Monster of the Week. Thomas will be DMing. I will
Yes.
be playing in that game. Wednesday, Demon Goon. John, we're going to be getting into the Pale Lord, new Tailspire plugins, some amazing tech stuff. And then you got the 2 Renan streams, full week of gaming today, or
Indeed.
this week at Blue Box. Thank you so much, players. Before I sign off and raid, bravo. Bravo to
you.
each of you. I mean, if there was ever an example of a table, just a DM doing very little, just setting the story and the stage, and then you guys just yes.
We are about to go out, so I do feel like a day has not ended. I would like to carry over these from the last time.
Oh, no.
I meant to say that actually. I'm sorry. Yes, for all of our viewers, all of our people, Mad Chatters, who have given these advantages. You have an initiative advantage as well.
We have 2 of them from.
They are entering in, if they go where I think they're going, and it sounds like they are, to the most incredible battle of all time here on Blue Box. It will all carry over.
Okay.
So thank you.
Cool.
Everything
Thank
you
you.
did carries over next week. Rating Kayla now.
I got yours, Runweb.
Well, wait,
And-
before you send the raids, if I could attempt to sell everyone on the Monster of the Week session on Tuesday,
it.
we have an amazing cast of people. They have been glorious. Come and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise you're going to like it.
Join
It's
us,
fun.
please. You must join us. Rating now.
Do it now.
You only got to 4 on your count before
I know.
it disappeared.